Is it rising?
1,000, 1,500.
V1 rotate.
1,000 knots. It's taking its time, but
Okay, we should be live.
yep, we have 3 interfaces. So 2,000, 2,500. It's going up now.
Slowly going up.
Slowly going up. And let's go on Twitch. Someone's changed the Twitch title again. Is that John Fezzer? Ladies and gents, can you hear us? Let us know. Rika says, OMG, that sounds weird. What sounds weird?
What sounds weird?
Nothing's changed. Or has it?
Uh-oh.
Welcome everyone to the bonus FRI show here on Airliners Live.
Yes. If you are tuning in live, a very warm welcome to you. If you're watching this at a little bit of a later date, you're not watching us live, then thanks for getting involved. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know in the comments if you've enjoyed the show.
And with us today, we also have a special guest, and he's returning by popular request as well. He's been asked for a lot in the chat. When's he coming back? Who is it? It's Owen Flemo.
Hello.
There he is.
He's actually managed to find time in his busy schedule to make an appearance on the show. This is Owen Flemo, the star moderator here on Airliners Live. One of the many star moderators, of course, that we have on the channel. And people quite enjoyed you. I don't know why. Like your expertise and knowledge of the airport. And now you've got a bit more, haven't you? Because you've been working in another airport locally to here as well.
Yeah. So last time I was on the stream, I just got a job at Swissport. And now I've been there for 3 months now. Seen many different things.
Yeah. And how's that going? That's over at Liverpool Airport, right?
Yeah. So I'm at Liverpool. Liverpool is one of those airports now which is like a main hotspot to fly from.
Yeah.
Like with people saying with all the issues at Manchester and stuff, and I think our passenger numbers have shot up massively.
They have. I've been looking. Aren't you at like 93% of like pre-pandemic passenger numbers or something over there?
It's crazy.
I know Manchester's busy, but Liverpool is, relative to what Liverpool's been in the last year.
Liverpool's something else now. It really is. And I think we've had so our newest airline was Lufthansa. So they operate 4 weekly to Frankfurt.
Yeah.
And then we've got a new airline coming in October, which for some reason I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But it will come to me eventually.
Any clues in the chat? I mean, this is Owen Flemmer we're talking about.
Yeah. And the idea in the chat what airlines come to Liverpool in October?
And should we talk about the positive change on the channel?
Which one?
The one that's in operation right now. It is a brand new audio setup, which we've been tweaking for the last sort of hour or so here. We were spending most of the day on it. See it a bit. And over in the office. And we've got a brand new audio desk here in the TAS control tower here at the RVP.
Yep, to be clear, this system is not a portable system. So it's something that will be used specifically on our Runway Visitor Park shows, and the portable system which we've got, which is absolutely fantastic as well, will be going on all of our other shows, including Southside shows, other locations, things like that. But what this system allows us to do is handcraft all of the audio that you guys are listening to, including both our vocal microphones and the ambient aircraft microphone as well. We've spent all day today tuning that. We've for you guys in the audio know, we've been able to put EQ compression on the mic as well. for the aircraft noise, which is providing most of the improvements, and plenty of other little tweaks here and there to really bring you guys the best quality audio that we possibly can.
So, taxiing out here, we're having a look at a 737-800 after Funchal, but on short final here, about to touch down, is a TUI 767 OBYK. And she looks like she's just disappeared off radar already. But she's coming in from Corfu. TUI flight 2573.
I'm pretty sure that was the 76 when we went to Lanzarote and we tracked the whole thing, and I think it was about 15-20 minutes out from Lanzarote, and it just disappeared. And we didn't know, we were like, okay, it's the next one in, and it wasn't. It was a Clinton.
Yeah, she's a very characteristic bird, OBYK. Sunshine is her name. And the reason why she's quite popular is because we call her the stealth plane, because something about the transponder on this particular aircraft, it doesn't show on radar publicly when it's on the ground. So if you go onto something like Flight Radar or Plane Finder right now, you'll see this aircraft has disappeared, or if it's still showing, it's still in the air, or it's not updated basically.
So this is one of two TUI 767s we've got left here at Manchester. We used to have four, but two of them left us a couple of months back. One has gone to Iceland Air to be a freighter, and the other one, I'm pretty sure, has gone to a freighter company as well, but it's no Iceland Air.
What a shame. I mean, we're so glad to still have these beautiful aircraft still here, these wide bodies. The two of them, OBYK and OBYF, isn't it? Foxtrot is the other one. Next to arrive is another. Has it just gone around? It's gone around. Look over the tower right now. Maybe the runway wasn't clear. Maybe that Logan Air crossing over. But just aborted its landing at about, it must have been at about 1,000 feet. Was that Jet 2 757 in from Tenerife. What a way to kick the show off. I wish I was on board that.
No, yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been awesome.
Absolutely incredible.
I think there was a Logan Air ATR crossing the runway a little bit too slow, and as a result the 7.5 decided to go around there, playing it safe.
So we had a few comments in the chat before. It is, Play Airlines is coming to Liverpool from the 4th of October up until April. So it's only a seasonal thing at the moment. But you'll be having a connection in Iceland and then on to America. This will be the first time Liverpool has had a connection from Iceland onwards, but it's also the first route to Iceland ever from Liverpool. So it's always nice to see. But there is a lot of potential. A lot of people have said that play won't last at Liverpool. But looking into the passenger numbers and stuff, you'd be really surprised of how many people have looked into this route, and I have confidence that it will stick eventually.
Them CF6s on the 7.6 sounding brilliant. Oh, look at this little thing. Look at the reg as well.
That D Dave.
Two Dave.
Oh,
all right there, Dave.
We got two Dave on the taxi out, everyone. Is that on radar? Let's have a look. Get a bit of information on Mr. Dave. It's an Eclipse 200 aircraft with no destination. But a cool livery, though. Really, really cool. I love it. To Dave.
To Dave to buy Dave.
Where's it going, to Dave?
I'd laugh at the guy on board. It wasn't even called Dave.
So yeah, we had a Jet 2 757. It was Alpha, which I think is the second oldest in their fleet. On final approach, did a go around. Is now heading back to the start of the ILS. bit of a crazy. I thought radar bugged out, but it was because it was showing facing the opposite way. I was like, oh no. And ladies and gents, can we get some bing bongs? For Alison Rogers gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships in the chat.
Thank you very much, Alison. Really appreciate that.
And also, huge drop of memberships. Thank you. And also Joshua Slide with a £1.79 super chat.
Cheers, dude. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the support, everyone.
So that 2E737-800, that's just departed. 23 left is one of 5 of these aircraft with that registration. Some of them have come from Fly Dubai, Pegasus, but also they've been transferred from TUI Germany as well. So
this Logan Air ATR 72, just about to take off, is off to Aberdeen, flight 26.
Speaking of ATRs, me and Matt were having a discussion before on the mound here at the RVP. But it's also one of the things that I was speaking to one of the Logan Air ATR captains today, and one thing that I'd never noticed on the ATR is that there's a part of the fuselage which comes out, so it's just where the prop is, and that's a protective shield. So in the winter, when the ice are on the props and the ice starts to melt, it's just so it doesn't come off and damage the fuselage. So I found out that today.
I get you, okay. Well, you know.
I took a photo of it, so I'll put it in the VIP lounge so everyone can see.
That sounds good. That was mine, that wasn't it?
No, I don't think so. Trying to see much now.
Oh, you must, yeah. And can we get another bing bong in the chat, ladies and gents, for Brian Bruce with a $9.99 US super chat.
Thank you very much, Brian. That's very kind of you, mate.
Hello from a cloudy and very humid Detroit. 25 degrees Celsius. Have you on a flat screen while working on the laptop? Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, we're doing good. It's we're back now. We've just had a little week break from the channel here in Manchester anyway. Obviously Henry has been smashing the Vancouver shows, and Fezza on the old Flight Sim Monday shows. But other than that, we've been on a little break. Martin had a bit of time away, and I went off to Greece for a week. I went to Zakynthos, and that was a very nice little break.
Yeah, to be honest, I only actually had 1 or 2 days off work that week. I was in the office doing a bit of work here and there. I'm working from home on the website, doing some improvements. So me and Jen, our main sort of break is in a few weeks' time, where we're just heading to Anglesey for about 4 days, I think. Because unfortunately we couldn't get the cats in whilst Andy was in Greece, so they were fully booked.
Oh yeah, everyone's on the jollies now, aren't they?
So yeah, we had a break from streaming, but I was still doing work during that week there.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think that break from streaming was super helpful because we were able to get loads done, and obviously you were in Greece at the time, and also obviously we had the big VIP event the week before, so it just meant that we could kind of come back this week.
Oh yeah,
nice and fresh.
We were pretty burnt out after that weekend in particular, because obviously the week leading up to that was just mayhem.
Yeah.
And then the weekend in particular was just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just relentless days. And then it came around to Monday, and we had to then get all our social media posts and all the shipping of merch and everything boxed off for a week off. So we had 2 days to do basically like a whole week and a half worth of work, basically. And when that Wednesday came around, I was not okay. I was not capable of doing anything. So
the woman in the post office was excited to see Martin come in once again.
Yeah,
she was in a good mood that time, I remember.
She actually was. We were both really surprised.
Are you okay?
Steph got a 757 t-shirt and work next week.
Yeah.
This Ryanair is service 1248 in from Tenerife, just like the Jet 275 that did a go around before, which I think will be back in soon.
Keeping our nose gear up for a little bit longer than usual there on the Ryanair. Obviously not wanting to slam that nose wheel down on the ground, but usually you don't see it flare for that long.
So it looks like the Jet 757 LS756 from Tenerife that done the go around is now second in line. We probably had to give priority to the Ryanair and the EasyJet inbound. We have got an Aer Lingus ATR coming in a minute, so we'll be able to show you the protective fuselage cover when it taxis off. We'll get a good view of that.
Quality looks fantastic today as well. Mrs. Airline is live in the chat saying the same, looks crisp and vivid.
Yeah, really nice lighting today. That's the bonus of the Runway Visitor Park staying open nice and late, that we can bring you some great lighting on the shows. And hopefully some great audio now as well. Let us know in the chat if you should be hearing a bit of a difference in the aircraft audio for sure.
Yeah, let us know.
This EasyJet touching down is uniform 22921. This is an A320 coming in from Milan, operating on behalf of EasyJet Europe.
And listen how loud the aircraft are when they're on runway 2 now.
Yeah, one of the major improvements which was brought along with adding the compressor to the external microphone is that we can really bring that audio from the south side a lot closer, giving you guys a much more enjoyable experience for the aircraft departing over on that side, and it shouldn't affect the volume of the aircraft that are closer to us as well. Bit of wizardry going on in the background there. Have a listen to this EasyJet, see what you think first. Got some yay or nays in the chat. I'll get some yay or nays on your feet if you got some socks from the...
A really good day. When we were at the task fair, it was good to meet so many different people, some VIPs, and people who genuinely never really knew about airliners live, and it's really good to see them. Really good as always.
Thanks to everyone who came down. Here's our 7.5 from before. Let's have a listen to this. Hopefully it gets off in front of us.
He had the brakes on big time then. Yeah, bit of a late touchdown for that one. But like what Bing Bong Paul Davies was telling us at the fair, is that the 7.5
Hold on,
probably...
let's listen to this, hold on a sec.
so good.
Yeah, sorry, Orin, I'm not sure if we're going to get another one of those today.
No, it's all right. Yeah, so Paul was saying that the 75 is probably one of the only passenger aircraft that can stop so quick.
Yep.
And just watching it then demonstrated he had quite a late touchdown. And
so when I flew to Greece last week, both directions we flew on a 757 with Jet2, and one thing I did notice that was really obvious is when you touch down, the foot brake is really you can feel it a lot. Yeah. So when the pilot you touch down and you're stopping, and obviously it's all the usual G-forces of stopping. It's not crazy. You're not struggling to stay up. But when the pilot releases the foot brake, you can really feel it. Whoa, there you go. So I think the foot brake on the 75s, and Paul Davies was saying to me the same, where they are really strong for the aircraft, and as a result, the aircraft stops really quick as well. You look at them. Sometimes they don't look like they're using a lot of reverse thrust, and it is just the foot brake is so powerful. Jesse James in the chat asking, when is the Big Bird Emirates leaving? So just before the stream started, about half an hour before, we had the Emirates A380 did leave flight 18 back to Dubai. We've got flight 19 coming into Manchester in Emirates A380 later on this live show, though, at about 25 minutes past 7. So we should still be live for that.
So on approach now is EI 3326, which is the Dublin service, which is the Aer Lingus region operated by Emerald Airlines. That's an ATR 72-600.
And real quick, let's just read out some donations before this loud bird goes past. We got Yorkshire Rose with 9 months of business class, saying, I don't say much, but I'm always here, proud to be part of this fab group. Thank you for the continued support, Yorkshire Rose. Chris Luby gifting 2 Airliners Live memberships, going to Cooler Bright and Joe Robinson. Terry Edwards saying best wishes to Paul Bradbury after a stroke with a £1.79 super chat. Yes, I heard about that. One of our VIPs, long-term VIPs, sadly having a stroke. I heard through the groups about that. So I hope he's well. I've heard that he's well. Well, he's recovering anyway.
That's good to hear.
So wish him all the best on that. Can we get some Airliners Live hearts in the chat for Paul Bradbury? Let's appreciate the ATR 72 as the taxi's passed.
So you probably won't be able to make it out with this ATR, but it's very easily seen on the road in this. But just by the engines, you'll see the part of the fuselage which come out, and like I said, that does protect it during icy conditions.
So it's under the wing, is it?
Yeah, it's under the wing, yeah.
I'm trying to work out where it is. Do you see it on that?
Yeah, so if you look where the clover is, you can see where the fuselage comes out of it.
Oh yeah, I've never noticed that.
Very minute, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless you're looking for it, you're probably not going to see it. Also, Philip Robinson with the £5.28 super chat saying, hi guys, hope you're well. Just wanted to say I have a new job working as a ramp agent at Manchester. Start on the 15th of August. Really looking forward to it. Wow.
Awesome, dude. Hope you enjoyed that. Sounds great.
Yeah. Carl Crawford with a 3 months of business class saying, good afternoon, all Airliners Live. Let's have a great show and don't forget to press the like. Yes, Carl, appreciate the continued support. Bing bong.
Bing bong, seats for London, please.
Bit late on that one. There's Air France baby bus. It's an A318. Don't see these very often, especially here at Manchester. In from Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Have a look how tiny this aircraft is and how big the tail looks, especially in comparison to the smaller body. I believe the A318, so it's the smallest aircraft in the A320 family, has the biggest tail as well.
So this Air France A380 now features the brand new Air France correct livery. So as you'll notice, the text is just a little bit bigger. It looks much better on the A321, the A320, but I don't think it suits the A318. It just looks too big. And
it does look really big, doesn't it, that text? It's not often we get to hear the A318s or see them, so let's have a listen.
touching down now is the Ryanair FR2132 coming in from Lanzarote. That's a Boeing 737 MAX 8-200. This is probably one of the only aircraft that I look forward to every time it comes into Liverpool. It's a lovely aircraft, but causes too many issues for ourselves on the ramp because we only have 2 stands at Liverpool. So because of the size of the wingtips, it can only go on a certain amount of stands, and if stand 1's occupied and stand number 9's occupied, then the aircraft has to go on a remote, which you have to get buses and stuff to, and it causes a lot of issues.
Oh, right. See, the engines are a lot quieter on the taxi with the Maxes. She slowed right down as well.
I think with the Maxes, like, because I work on behalf of Ryanair at Liverpool, and I work with the Max and the normal 737, you can see the difference in height.
Yeah.
So when like you're waiting at the bottom of the steps for the passengers, like the normal 737s, it's only quite small and low to the ground. But these Maxes seem like really high above the ground. It's crazy.
So there's maybe a dumb question, but you were saying like it's awkward to get in when you have to get buses to them. But when you fly Ryanair to somewhere like Manchester, because I don't think I've ever flown Ryanair to Liverpool, it's quite standard to use buses with Ryanair. Is that not standard at Liverpool?
No. So we only have 2 buses at Liverpool. So we did have 4, but the other 2 are not operational, if we should call it. But buses are really, really required. EasyJet use the buses more than we do, because their aircraft, when they come in late at night, and they go straight onto remotes, where we only have 3 base Ryanair aircraft. So they'll go out on the first 3 flights, and they're already on stand.
Yeah.
So we'll have we have gates down at the bottom, which is a ramp straight out, or we have like a tunnel that goes down and a set of steps and then straight to the aircraft.
All right.
So from a Ryanair perspective, like that's what they'd rather use. But like I said before, the Max, when it's on stand number 1, it's fine. We don't need buses. But if we have 2 Maxes in at the same time, and one of the normal Ryanair aircraft are already on one of the stands, and the EasyJet's on stand number 1, we'd have to get buses to the aircraft, and it takes longer because with us only having 2 buses, and the airfield's only a one-way system, it makes it harder and it delays the aircraft massively.
I think I've flown out of Liverpool twice in the last 2 years. Both times it was so quiet. I think the last time was in December, just gone. It was like,
yeah, it's so quiet.
You go in the terminal, and then you wrap to the left, and there's that pier.
Left. Yeah.
That pier was just like, there wasn't a soul in that pier. I'm flying into Manchester the other day, actually, as well, on Wednesday when we returned. That was also really quiet. That Terminal 1 pier, you know, the main one, was just like, again, we walked the whole length of the pier and didn't see a soul. It was very eerie. I think Manchester just gets very quiet in the evening is the problem, which is why we don't generally stream too late in the evening these days anyway. It does get really quiet. That Ryanair's over at Terminal 3 now, just waiting to pull up on stand. There might be something in the way. Maybe it's waiting for another aircraft to move. So they use Terminal 3 here at Manchester. Ryanair.
Probably a good time to give you guys over on Twitch a shout out. So Stannington, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. Gaffleg as well, great to see you. If you're tuning in on the YouTube channel, get a message in the chat, say hello, and we'll give you a hello back as well.
Yep, a lot of people in the chat today saying good quality video and audio. I've noticed a lot of messages. Phil O'Dowd just saying amazing clarity and sound. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thanks very much for the feedback.
Hope everyone's well. Has anyone been up to anything exciting in the last week? Anyone been flying this summer? Let us know. Or got any plans to fly? I know a lot of people have been booking holidays as well recently. Flemo, you've got something booked in the coming months, haven't you?
Yeah, so I'm off to Dalaman in October, flying with Jet2 on the A380-200.
Yeah.
And then I'm back to Lanzarote in January.
Lanzarote is good in the winter. I mean, it's not like... It's probably the same sort of temperatures we're here now.
Yeah. Like when we went, it wasn't like really hot, but it was just like it was hot enough for us.
Me and Fezza went swimming in the sea, didn't we, a few times? And every time it's like, because you're in the Atlantic Ocean, it's winter. It's not going to be warm, that sea.
And it's really windy.
It's really windy, yeah. So that when you get out, you're freezing. But we braved it, and once you're in, with cold water, once you're in there, it's fine. It's like when you're abroad in the pool. It feels cold, and you dip your toe, and you're like, oh, I can't be going in there. But if you just throw yourself in there, you're all right.
It was it was a really good trip. That to be honest, for a couple of days, but it felt like we were there for like ages.
When we went as an Airlines Live group, that was great.
It's like full on Airlines Live apartment to ourselves, and that was a really modern apartment. That we were the only people I think actually in that apartment because we very rarely saw people. There was no one about.
Yeah, Lanzarote in particular, and all the Canary Islands are so good. I really enjoy them. I'd love to go back, maybe in the winter. Maybe not Lanzarote, maybe Tenerife this time, because I've never actually been spotting at Tenerife.
Next trip to Tenerife. Play goes to Tenerife.
I figured it'd be a good stream there, because it's busier. You get more variety as well.
It's probably not as windy.
Probably not as windy, yeah, that's a good point. And Play Airlines, of course, yeah. That's another one. It'd be nice to see them on Airliners live stream. Maybe we'll have to make a little stream at Liverpool to catch the inaugural flights from there in October, right?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Charlotte Lewis, hello. Ryan Ellis, thank you very much for tuning in. Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, everybody.
Well.
And can we get a bing bong in the chat for a brand new VIP business class? We got Marcel Smith.
Thank you very much, Marcel. Great to have you with us in VIP. Thank you very much, dude. And Red Eye in the chat saying good morning from Alberta, Canada. Good morning to you, Red Eye. If you're new to the channel, let us know. And just to let you know, we also have a regular broadcast from Vancouver, Canada every Thursday, if you'd like to tune in for that. It starts about 11 a.m. Vancouver time. That's every Thursday with Henry Temby.
This EasyJet A320 heading out of Manchester is heading off to Athens. Didn't think they flew to Athens, EasyJet from Manchester.
I know, I only thought of Aegean. I only flew to Athens.
Yeah. That's a city I'd love to go to, Athens.
Well, I was looking at, so next year, in about May, I was looking at going to Athens for about 2-3 days or something, because the Red Arrows train over a hotel in Athens, and from a live stream that got done, you could literally, so this guy had live streamed from his balcony in this hotel, the whole display. So when they go over in the big formation, they literally flew over the top of the hotel and then pulled up in front of him, and he just sat there with a cocktail, just watching the Red Arrows and taking photos. It was
that's epic.
But where the hotel is, it's only an hour away from Athens airport.
Yep.
And when I had a look at where hotel worked out about £45 a night.
That's good.
I was that's a bit of me.
And this EasyJet, also in from Greece, it's from Corfu. Beautiful island off the west coast of the mainland.
Yeah, I flew to Corfu. Nice, very nice airport. The only issue with Corfu is the runway is quite short.
I've heard about that, yeah.
So when we landed with the TUI Max, it was kind of like we were down really quick.
Just get it down.
But the 76 operates to Corfu with TUI.
Does it?
Which I didn't think the runway was long enough for the 76, but I think that's a bit like the 75. Like, it does have a lot of power.
Fantastic view there. The EasyJet. Golf Echo Zulu Foxtrot Romeo. The 12-year-old A380.
Carl Ford, hello, good afternoon.
And Ian Finley with the reoccurring membership, hitting 23 months of crew seat. Saying another month gone. Keep up the great work, guys.
Cheers, Ian. Welcome back, mate. And massive thanks to all of the VIPs who filled out the 2022 VIP survey. It was filled out by over 300 of our VIPs, giving the channel some excellent constructive feedback. And we're really excited to put that feedback into practice. So again, thank you for everyone who took part in that. We've spent a lot of time going over that. And if you want to see what happened and what ideas we came up with from it, check out the video on our YouTube channel, which was live streamed this afternoon, where we go through a lot of the data gathered.
Yeah, over 300 people. That's crazy. It was a long survey. It wasn't like just a few questions. We really went into depth and let you guys really voice your opinions on so many aspects of the channel.
Yeah,
it's great.
I think because we had looked at me of like at the questions and stuff before the survey went live, and there was some really good questions. And like usually with surveys, it's like just the basic questions, but they were like questions that required a proper answer, not just like a one-word sentence kind of thing.
It's Ryanair UK aircraft. It's only in from Londonderry, which is in Northern Ireland. Not a long flight at all.
I think last time I appeared on the show, I talked a lot about Virgin Atlantic and the brand new A380 Neo. And I think since then, Virgin released some incredible photos of our aircraft, and we're just a couple of days away from the first flight of the Neo.
Are we?
So the aircraft has been built. It's in Virgin Atlantic livery. We're not sure of the reg just yet. I know 3 regs and 3 names, but we don't know which one out of those 3 is going to be delivered first. But from some people in Toulouse, the aircraft is just a couple of days away from being brought out to the hangar and test flown, so I'm really excited to see what that aircraft looks like.
That is very exciting. I've seen the photos of the interior. Oh my gosh, wow.
It's amazing.
Virgin Atlantic aircrafts are just next level, aren't they? Like, you know, the next trip I do, transatlantic, as much as I do want to go at a low cost, you know, someone like Play or someone like
Play Airlines, I've never heard of that.
I want to pay a little bit extra.
Like someone messaged me the other day, and I was asking, like, saying about Play. It was like, how come out of all their aircraft there's like one plane which is like got a totally different registration to all the rest of them? And it's because the registration is TF-AEW, and that was named after an old WOW Air captain that passed away, and his final destination was to Boston. So when Play operated their inaugural flight to Boston, they flew that aircraft in memory of him. which I thought was really nice. So that aircraft's kind of like a tribute to him.
Another Ryanair 73. This is the one from Londonderry. Yeah, so I think I would pay a little bit more just to fly on a Virgin, even in economy, you know, because like the economy class on that 330 Neo looked really tidy.
Yeah, those 16-inch like LED screens, they look amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe one day. But I think if I did fly on them, I would have to go all out on the 350. Maybe even a cheeky upgrade. I'm a bit tight when it comes to like money. Like I you know, as much as I would love to fly on one of the upper classes in one of them, it's just the cost increase is just so much, and I fear that I would just like sleep on the plane, or I just wouldn't value it as much as I'm paying, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just something you've got to do, isn't it? Like you've got to experience.
Here we go, really weird light, and you can see that TUI is right on the edge of the cloud there.
Oh yeah. It's like the floor is lava. So we get engulfed by the shade of the cloud. That's a TUI Fly 737-800. She's heading off to Gran Canaria, another Canary Island. One that I've personally never been to. Nathan on Twitch was asking who the third commentator is. His name is Owen, and he's one of our mods. Not been on for a couple of months now, probably.
No, I think last time was like April or something.
We'll have a listen to this aircraft as she departs. All the way over on runway 2. It's a long way away. But with a new sound setup, we can really hear it. Just starting our takeoff roll now. There she goes. Emily Davies saying, ask Melissa if you can get an upgrade. Well, I've seen a few YouTube videos, right? And I don't know how legit this is, but I've seen it a few times. I don't think it's not legit. But sometimes if you're traveling alone, especially, you can just like ask if you can get a free upgrade at the last minute, you know, like as you're boarding, or not as you're boarding, but you're just checking in.
Yeah.
And just say, is there any free seat that I can have a free upgrade? And a lot of the time they'll say yes. Like, what's that about?
Not with Ryanair.
No, yeah.
Well, you kind of did.
Although I did that on the return flight from Zakynthos the other day, because all the window seats were booked up on that flight. Well, they were blocked out anyway on the reserved seats.
Because people reserve them and then don't turn up for the flight.
Right. So I boarded and I seen like the odd window seat here and there. So I was like, you know what, I've got to ask. And the thing about the 7.5 is, it's obviously got more doors going down, so they board sometimes quite far back. So me particularly, I was boarding from the back anyway, like the rear.
Yeah.
But if you're boarding from the front, it's not right next to the flight deck. It's sometimes a little bit further back. You know, about I guess 11 rows back, I think it is.
Wow.
So when you board, you want to be in that first 10 rows, you know, for the best seat. But to do that, you need to show them your boarding pass, and then you'd have to kind of ask them to go the other way type deal, because you're going the wrong way. So yeah, I did ask, and the lady recognised the channel. One of the blokes, he was a Scouse bloke, loved the channel. He watches, and
wow,
yeah. So it was a bit cute, to be fair. And also the first officer knew the channel as well. We had a little visit to the flight deck after.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Just touching now is BY2585. That's the Boeing 737-800 from Bergas.
Ryanair is in from Funchal on the Portuguese island of Madeira.
I'd like to visit there, to be honest.
Same, yeah.
Place to visit.
Spotting purposes, of course.
Even the flight radar photos from Funchal as well.
How is it? Looks quite new, this, doesn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a look. Oh, 3 years old. Ryanair 737-800 aircraft. And we've seen taxiing out just in the background before. We also have a Jet2 A330, and it's currently lining up on runway 2 off to Dalaman.
That's where I'll be off.
Oh, yeah.
So Jet2 have two A330s in their fleet currently for the summer. Taken off them was VYGL, and then GM took off a little earlier on. These are owned by a company called Air Tanker, which operates on behalf to the Royal Air Force. So they also operate the A330 800, sorry, not 800, 200, the MRTT Voyager, which does the refueling for some of the RAF jets, and we had one of them in Liverpool yesterday. That was really nice to see up close as well.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of that in the group. Looking really smart.
A couple of people asking in the chat about the wind. Yeah, and it's pretty windy here at Manchester today.
Yeah, windy. It's been in a while.
Let's have a look at the information. Currently about 14 knot crosswind. Feels a bit more than that. There's definitely a bit of a gust.
Yeah, because it does keep dropping down and then picking back up again.
This Ryanair 737-800's in from Le Mans.
So just departing now Airways A321. It's not a Neo. These aircraft have recently just been taken out of storage in Madrid and Glasgow. They got put into storage during the COVID pandemic, and now because services are starting to pick up, they brought these aircraft out back into service. The intentional purpose was not to sell them on, but because of the demand, they've had no choice to bring them out and start using them again.
Trevor Matthews saying your camera work is amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's the mystery camera guy.
The mystery camera guy.
Well, unfortunately, this camera guy's got to leave in half an hour, so Owen Flemmer will be getting his first try of the Airliners Live sticks.
Yep.
So you'll have to give him a bit of a rating in the chat.
He'll be all right.
Really good.
And then I guess,
But a big shout out to Owen stepping in for me today. I need to nip off a little bit early today, but this show will of course continue on until the usual finish time of about 7:30 p.m. and lots of aviation action still to come.
Paul Brooks with a £5 super chat.
Thank you very much, Paul.
With the stream on my 55-inch TV, the soundbar booming. It's like I've got Manchester outside my window. Awesome sound and video, guys. Simply the best, he says.
That's what we like to hear, mate. Are you noticing an improvement in the aircraft audio? Because that's probably where you're going to notice the best. And then me and Andy and Owen should sound a bit crisper as well. But to be honest, it's mainly the aircraft audio that is the...
no one wants our audio to be improved, just the aircraft.
So on the ground at the moment, we got two Jet 2 757s pinging up. LSAB, I know it's Owen Flemmer's favourite. She's off to Rhodes. She's just being pushed back now and currently taxiing out, so you'll see her very soon. Is another Jet 2 757, Alpha Juliet, heading off to Gran Canaria. And Alpha Juliet's the one I flew on the way back from Zakynthos the other day. Very, very nice aircraft. I actually flew Alpha India off to Zakynthos. That's the oldest one in the fleet. And I mean, she's pretty good, Nick. It was nice to get a really close-up view of them. They're pretty clean, they're pretty nice, but you can kind of tell they're getting a bit old.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Sorry.
The most noticeable thing was the overhead panels, above the passenger seats. They are like very retro, like very retro. The buttons feel old, and it looks like an old computer or something.
I'm just trying to think, like what Jet 275's the one that's still got like the old China Eastern overhead lockers and.
All right. One of them, I'm trying to remember which one still flew for that. It might have been Alpha,
possibly.
Yeah, because I remember seeing China Eastern as one of the maybe Alpha Bravo. So we got this EasyJet here. Let's have a look where these are all off to, shall we? This EasyJet in particular, the A320. She's off to Amsterdam. Nice short hop over to Schiphol Airport. And that's only about 260 nautical miles away, so not too far. And in the background, you can just hear.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a 757.
It's a 757. Beauty. I forget his surname, but the first officer I spoke to on this aircraft, I don't think he's flying it now, but when I flew it, it was called Chris. Very humble guy, lovely to speak to him, giving us loads of info about the 7.5 and his experience with it. Obviously, they all love him as pilots. And I think it was on the way out, I forget the guy's name, but it was the captain I spoke to who reckons they'll keep these for another probably 2 more years before they start, maybe even 3, he reckons.
Yeah.
Before they start getting rid of them, which is quite a long time.
So the crazy guy I work with, his name is Richard Goodwin. he used to fly for TUI, so he flew the 76 and the 75.
Oh, did he? Didn't know that.
Yeah, so he flew for TUI. So his last aircraft he ever flew was the last 75 that left Manchester.
Oh, we caught that on stream.
So he didn't fly that, but that was the last one. So he retired after that. So he landed. His last flight was Skiathos to Birmingham.
Yep.
And then he retired after that. But he showed me like a time lapse of him flying into Innsbruck through the mountains, telling me about the approach.
Yep.
And then the approach in Skiathos, and it was like, wow, this is incredible.
7.5s for days here. Another 7.5 on the approach.
This is Alpha Charlie, another Holidays livery 757 with the winglets. In from Burgas. Which is that Hungary, I think it is?
So Burgas is Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, that's the one. Yeah.
So that was the very first time I flew on the TUI Dreamliner, that was all.
And this should stop nice and quick, and we'll have a beautiful sound of her as she taxis past. You can see the flaps just retracting there on the back of the wings. And a 757 followed by another 757.
This is the best.
What did Martin say before? Oh yeah, this might be the last one today.
I said, Owen, don't talk over this. I might not be able to listen to another one. I was like thinking, no, when I get home, I want to just listen to it and see how it sounds. And I mean, it seemed more of them than anything else.
Yeah,
the gods have listened.
This is Alpha Bravo. What's so special about Alpha Bravo?
I just think that livery and those wingtips, I think it just makes it look really smart.
Yeah, it does. I'd love a model of this one, I think.
1 to 200.
Yeah, well, I've been looking for that. I don't think Gemini Jets do that. It's a bit of a letdown.
I think Martin's going up models to last him.
I know.
I really want one, though. It's where else in the world do you see so many 757s? Like, you'd have to look to somewhere like, I don't know, like Chicago or something, like, to see this many. Like, how lucky are we?
That model that someone donated for the charity live stream, which I think we'll keep it on the wraps until closer to the time.
Oh yeah,
that model
good shout,
is incredible.
Yeah. That's in our office at the moment.
Surprised it's not on Martin's shelf at home.
For the time being, keeping it safe. We've been working on the charity fundraiser for this week. We're yet to announce what we're doing for it because we're kind of in the last stages of assembling the plan for it. But we're going to do something special this year. More info on that to be revealed. But we are going to do our big annual Airliners Live charity fundraiser in September. So it'll be on the 4th of September, the ultimate show for that.
Yeah, so keep your diaries clear, guys. 4th of September this year. And
which is a Sunday.
5 on the roll.
see and hear how windy it is in Manchester today.
Yeah, even with all the audio tweaking, guys, and I promise you the wind is a million times louder than what you guys can hear at home. It's still coming through on the microphones. Yeah. It's extremely windy today.
Yeah.
But we've managed to isolate a huge amount of the wind. For example, if we were to turn off the processing that is currently on our microphones, you probably wouldn't believe the amount of wind we've actually been able to take out of the spectrum of the audio you guys can hear at home.
Gotta say though, when that 7.5 taxied off, and the noise in our headsets with the new audio, that was like 10 out of 10. Absolutely mega bong.
Me and Martin, we were setting it up before, and like as soon as we heard, I think it was one of them or a 330 going past, we were just like, yep, this was worth it.
Yeah, literally one plane came in and went, well, yeah, that was worth the money.
Yeah.
But again, a big thanks for all the VIPs and donations over the last few months that have come into the channel that have enabled us to make some improvements, and the improvements were all taken from the feedback we received from your VIP survey as well. So it's all things you guys have asked for. If you want to hear about all the improvements we're going to be making over the next few weeks and months, like I say, go and watch the video on our YouTube channel after the stream from today, where we talk about all the feedback and the changes we're going to be making. But there is a bit of a break in the traffic. I think we had a super chat come in, however it has gone off my screen. But I'll send you a message, Andy, with the info on that as well.
I've got it, yep. We had Alison Rogers once again supporting the stream today with a £10 super chat.
Thank you very much, Alison.
Saying, guys, could you give Dylan SZN, Father David, all of our love and shout out, please. Thanks. Well, shout out to David on that, and thank you, Alison, for the £10 super chat. I really do appreciate it. You do a lot for the channel, Alison, and I see you all the time in the chat, so I do appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And his dad is currently battling stage 4 cancer. He's 62 and loves planes.
Oh,
so let's spam those love hearts in the chat, and we're all behind you, David.
Yeah.
I hope the channel brings you some encouragement at the moment, and settle it down. And hopefully you're on the mend soon, David.
The Sun Express 737 MAX 8 in from Antalya.
Sun Express is owned by Lufthansa and Turkish Airlines, for anyone that didn't know.
And had a bit of a struggle there getting it down, but
yeah, definitely catching a gust of wind there. Don't forget to give things like that a clip on Twitch so that they make it into our monthly highlight reel. We use all of the Twitch clips to make our highlight reel, guys. So if you guys aren't clipping, then there will be no highlight reel. So things like that should definitely be getting clipped, guys.
And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, of course. Joanna Smith saying on the charity show she'll be in Turkey, so she won't have roaming. She'll try and buy a SIM card. Well worth it, can't miss that. Yes, it's the 4th of September, it's just Sunday. And Joanna Smith, it was lovely meeting you at the TAS Fair the other day.
Certainly was.
I think this is the first stream we've done since then. Although we did the Sunday, I guess.
Yeah.
With John Fezzer.
Yeah, that was true, yeah. Dustin Jackson, premium economy member for 4 months, saying great feed, guys, much appreciated. And then following it up with a $5 super sticker. Cheers, Dustin, appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
And then real quick, actually we'll read it out after this. 7-5's departed.
Them birds just flew over the commentary tower there.
They've done it about 3 times. I don't know if anyone in the chat has seen it on the camera, but they flew right at my head a minute ago.
You know, the Red Arrow's best to watch out. They've got competition.
I
know. Here is a Finnair. Don't see these too often. I think you see them more in the evenings here at Manchester. It's an A319 in from Helsinki.
I haven't seen one of these in ages. Usually they used to operate the Embraers on this.
They did, yeah.
I saw it, and I think it was Star Alliance A350 Finnair. That was really nice.
We actually had a Star Alliance Canada go out while we were testing audio today. Something I'm not seeing yet.
I don't think I've took a picture of Air Canada the whole time they've been here.
We're playing that.
So I think next Thursday or next Friday I'm going to come to the airport and I'm just going to take loads of photos and get all the stuff that I haven't caught in.
Yeah. We had a tier 1 sub on Twitch for 3 months. Ringway. Shout out to you on Twitch. The tier 1 sub.
Thanks very much, dude.
And then we had a huge gift bomb on YouTube. Kevin D with a 10 Airliners Live gifted memberships.
Thank you very much, Kevin. That's very generous of you, mate.
Get the mega bongs and the gift emotes and VIP emotes spammed in the chat, everyone, for Kevin D.
Yeah, great to meet you on the fair, Kevin.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's great to see you, dude. And if you got gifted a membership off Kevin, drop a thank you in the chat. You now have access to all of the channel emojis for 1 month, free of charge. Think of it as a VIP free trial, guys, courtesy of Kevin D.
The brand new emoji of Andy with his sunglasses on.
That was taken from actually maybe it was the last time you were on or the time before, but we'd hit, I think it was 50,000 subs and I did a dance for it. That's what that emoji's from.
Oh yeah, I was there and you were down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I had like the blue hoodie on. Robin Giles setting a good example in the chat there.
Yeah, the scenery is fantastic today. We can see for miles. We'll just give you a little look as we just see all the way around the airport. We're surrounded, and looks fantastic on a clear day. And depending on the cloud coverage, we can sometimes see the aircraft on approach all the way over these hills. We've actually followed the Emirates A380 all the way in before. It's looking like today may be one of those days, to be honest, if it stays like this. But yeah, some awesome scenery here at Manchester Airport.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if we could follow it in when it arrives. Altogether, a good show so far today. The first one back since our week break here on the channel. We had to give you a little bonus. A little bit too long to wait till Friday. Plus, till Sunday. Plus, we've got the new equipment now as well. We've just ordered some more stuff, though, haven't we? So probably not this Sunday, but maybe next week we will be unveiling that as well. And that is another thing that has come out of the feedback that you VIPs have given. Another investment in some hardware here at the RVP control tower that we've put in to make the streams a little bit better.
Just on a taxi out now is the Jet2 Holidays A321-200 aircraft. That's GHLYF. That's one of the first A321s that Jet2 ever had. That we used to call the Celebrity.
Yes.
And for anyone that didn't know, Jet2 placed an order a couple of months ago for 75 A321neos to be delivered from next year onwards.
That's so many, isn't it? That's such a big order.
Yeah, because we go an email from Jet2, and included in that email was them talking about ordering 75 of the aircraft and saying this is our massive investment to take even more passengers on a holiday.
So I wonder what their plan with that is. Obviously they're going to sadly replace the 75s eventually with them, but I wonder what in particular they're going to do with them, because are they literally just expanding their fleet? And
I think they're trying to replace the 737s, I think.
And they are leasing a lot of aircraft in at the moment, aren't they? There's not just the 330s. You know, if you go to somewhere like Stansted, don't they have the 321s on lease at the moment?
Titan Airways, yeah,
Titan, and they still have the one from Highfly as well. The hybrid.
Oh yeah, that was the one that I put in the chat that time when they first got delivered.
Yeah. So they are leasing a lot of aircraft in, and Jet2 this year I think are absolutely smashing it. They're selling just so many. They're not struggling at all. Basically, they're doing so well for themselves, and huge investments, and they're kind of just filling the role, at least in terms of Europe, that Thomas Cook filled. Really, that kind of competitive family holiday summer market, or even seasonal market, I guess.
Yeah.
Across Europe.
Gareth Bentley, hello, great to see you.
Welcome. I would like to personally see them do a bit more far-flung destinations.
Well, they used to fly to New York, didn't they? They used to do like a winter shopping trip to New York, but apparently that's been pulled now.
Like, even if they just use the 330s, just like one route to New York, Boston, Orlando.
Ah, yeah. Be nice if they used the A380-800 Neo.
See the aircraft really trying to stop there. Sadly not in time for the exit there. I think it was a bit of a long touchdown. Jet2 A321 still holding short to 2-3 left at the moment.
Yeah, Andy, that is something we've been asked to do a bit more of. Unfortunately, this stream we've kind of forgotten that one. We'll try and remember tonight. It's just hard when we're in a conversation to stop and just say where every single plane's coming and going from, but we will try and do it a bit more, mate.
Yeah, this aircraft's off to Kos in Greece.
I'd recommend downloading an app like planefinder.net or Flight Radar 24. They're both free, and you can see on the radar exactly what's coming and going, just in case we miss something.
Lee Davies saying, when I heard Jet2 are planning New York flights this year.
No,
that would
not
work.
This year, no. So So the demand since coming out of COVID for that route hasn't been as popular as they would have. They are apparently going to look into it next year, but for this year, at the moment, there's no plan for it to go ahead. They did apply for slots for Orlando, but there was too much competition. They couldn't get slots and stuff, so they've kind of removed that temporarily.
Great to see you back in the channel, Lee, now that your internet's all sorted, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Billy's saying he's flying to Lanzarote with EasyJet tomorrow. Nice. Hope you have a good flight.
Nice. Hope you have a great trip, mate.
Oh, hope you're on a Neo as well, because Neos are lovely with EasyJet. I think they usually use them on the longer routes.
Yeah. Where about are you going to, Billy, in Lanzarote?
Viv Butler, hello.
Where did we? Oh, we went to Porto del Carmen, didn't we?
Yeah,
that was good.
And can we get some bing bongs in the chat? First of all, Stephen McLeod becoming a brand new VIP member, Premium Economy.
Great to have you with us, mate. Thank you.
And also Jenny Watts for the 17 months of jump seat, saying loving being a VIP of this brilliant channel.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. And Penguin, I guess the only thing you can do in that situation, mate, I'm afraid, is just message YouTube or try on a different browser would be the only thing I can suggest there. That's not something we can really help you with, I'm afraid, mate, but I hope you get it sorted.
Billy saying near Arrecife Airport. Yeah, that airport's so good for spotting. It's so fun as well.
It's a military base as well, so it's 50% commercial, 50% military. So they have like Typhoons and some
I'd love to see
F-18s.
that. That would be so good to see them there.
One other thing we've done on the channel, which is a channel first, following again some VIP feedback, is we've gone through all of the banned users on the channel who've potentially been banned in or have been banned in the past. And for those who either haven't been, we've made sure that obviously the people who've done really bad things like being racist, sexist, all that sort of stuff have stayed banned. But everybody else has been given a clean slate, and we've unbanned those accounts. So if you are watching the channel and you realise that you can now get involved in the chat, whereas before you may have not been, we'd like to extend a welcome back to the channel to you guys. We hope you can enjoy the channel. All we ask is you stay positive in the chat, enjoy the community, enjoy the planes, and no more will be said on the matter. Just a very warm welcome back to Airliners Live. If you want to come and enjoy it, you are now more than welcome. I'm afraid, though, for those who just went a little bit too far, your accounts are still banned, I'm afraid. But yeah, I'd say 80% of people who receive bans have now had those removed. So hopefully that will encourage you guys back into the channel if you wish.
Yeah, and obviously all the bots.
The bots stayed banned as well.
Yeah. They made up probably the majority of the banned list, but
They were exciting, those bots. I was like, every time they come up, it was like, go.
all the mods at once, just doggy file on top of these bots.
That was the funniest. Like, I was on the mound just like watching the chat, and Martin was like, how is Owen just like on the mound banned? Like, as soon as they commented that he was gone straight
throwing
away.
a 360 on the mound as he pressed the ban button.
You got your camera in one hand, taking photos,
Banning with the other.
Yeah, your phone in the. I'm sure Matt Smith does that as well. He's probably doing it now, to be fair.
Someone said, has anyone flown on the Jet 2 A330? I'm flying on one next summer, so one of them was like, yeah, I flew on it about 2 years ago. The legroom is really nice. And to be honest, it's just a basic aircraft. Like, it hasn't got like in-flight entertainment or anything like that. It's just basic Jet 2 seats, but just on a bigger aircraft and a bit more legroom.
Welcome, Martin, tuning in from Liverpool.
This Ryanair service in from Eindhoven in the Netherlands. Yeah, I don't know if the public can see this, but usually when someone gets timed out, it'll say like so-and-so is timed out by so-and-so. Like,
no, I don't think it shows.
No, I think it's just for the mods. Yeah.
So we often see like someone will do something stupid or like start spamming, or a bot, most importantly, will start spamming links or something. And then everyone will jump on it, so you'll just see so-and-so was timed out, just by like 10 different mods at once.
The funniest is where it's like it was Owen Flemo has hit this user from the channel. Matt Smith has unhit this user from the channel. Owen Flemo.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
It's a constant battle.
I mean, to be fair though, on the VIP feedback, 99% of our VIPs said our mods do a great job. So yeah, massive shout out to all of our mods.
We do have the best mods, but I'm just biased.
I think we do have the best mods, personally.
Yeah.
I think we have the best community as well, of any community ever.
Yeah. Anyone disagrees, fight me.
Right, we got a bing bong in the chat, ladies and gents. We had Chris Luby with gifting another 2 Airliners Live memberships in the chat. And then we had a little donation for €2 from Philip Adam, saying just arrived at Santorini.
Nice, we have a great trip.
Just departing on 23 left now is an Aer Lingus ATR. At the moment, he's now showing up on flight radar. That's EI 3327, operating the return flight back to Dublin.
And this Watermelon Airlines?
Yeah.
Tap Air Portugal?
I still need to go to Dublin, to be honest. The second runway opens this year as well.
Yeah, it does. You need to get there before.
I need to try and get there before it opens, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want to do as well.
Thanks very much, Douglas. Glad you're enjoying the channel, mate. Great to have you with us.
I was tempted to go on Friday this week. Well, as in next week, sorry.
As soon as you'll be lucky. Look at you've seen the board for next week.
It's not only too busy, but the flights were not cheap.
No,
I think I left it a bit too late on that one.
I think if you fly from Liverpool in the morning, it's about £9.99.
Yeah, well, when it's at the base price, but then it goes up close to
so from like looking at flights for the passengers is like Monday to Sunday, Friday to Sunday's busy. Now is that Tap Air Portugal from Lisbon. That's an Embraer E190 long range edition. So that's 11 years old. Delivered back in July 2011.
Cheers, Jake. I've seen your message, mate. We're probably going to have to look at that after the stream, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I've not seen anyone else say that.
I've seen it about twice.
Oh, right, okay. It's probably just the way we have it connected.
Yeah, I'll order what we need.
Yeah. This EasyJet's only in from Newquay. I remember this was a very popular destination last summer when a lot of people weren't willing to go abroad with the restrictions. So a lot of people were going down south, and this service to Newquay got very popular with EasyJet.
Sun catching the engines nicely.
Oh, look at that.
Why didn't they bring me camera? Wave there. Let's get those wave emojis in the chat, guys.
Owen, if you need to deliver anything before coming up here, I need to go in about 5 minutes.
No, I'm fine. Ready to go when you are. I'll start to go down and get me jacket just in case it gets a bit cold up there.
A lot of chicken then.
Just a roast chicken in my pocket downstairs.
A couple of drummies.
A lot of pilots and things watch the channel here at Manchester. A lot of these pilots will be based at Manchester anyway at the moment, so we're familiar with Airliners Live.
Is that the same Ryanair?
No, well, there was a Max a while ago holding there, wasn't there?
Oh, okay, right. That's good. I was going to say, it's still there.
Looks like the same spot, though.
Alan T, thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Neil Schwarzenegger, we are a tad overexposed. I guess on the body we are a little bit. Maybe you can do a click down. It's quite tricky, though, because when they go in the shade, then they can be underexposed, so... but yeah.
See what's going on the ground. We've got an EasyJet. That came in before. That's an A320 operating on behalf of the EasyJet Europe group, heading back to Milan.
Nice.
The Air France A380s heading back to Paris, and the Wamos operating on behalf of Jet2 is heading to Antalya.
On Twitch, we got Nico Rosberg.
Hey,
in the Twitch chat.
Nico.
It's an old name.
While we've got a natural break going, I'll I'll break off now then, because
okay, right,
otherwise we'll be doing it.
I'll go down and get me jacket.
Well, yeah, I apologies, guys, that I need to nip off early. I'm picking Jen's mum up from the eye hospital. Obviously, she can't drive herself after what she's had done today. So I will be back with you all on a Sunday show. Big up to Owen, who's taking over from me today. Appreciate it. And I will leave you with Owen and Andy, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show, and I will see you all on Sunday.
Jim C, thank you for the £1.79 super chat, saying glad to have the Manchester shows back. Awesome, Jim. We'll just have a little break now as we switch cameraman, but we do have a couple of aircraft on the way out. One in particular, an A330 200 series off to Antalya with Jet2. It's a Wamos A330. Do you want to show Flemo the remote as well? How that? And also we had a brand new member, Michael Muscat. Welcome to Premium Economy. Upgrading his in the chat there. It's Premium Economy. Hope you enjoy the extra legroom. Welcome to VIP. Appreciate the support. And I hope you're enjoying the return to the Manchester shows. Been out of the game for just over a week now. In fact, the last show we did was not Sunday gone, but the Sunday before that. And we had like 2 days in the office, just relentless work, and then we had a week off. I spent the week over in the island of Zante. And yeah, it was really, really nice, actually. I'll see you in the chat. So Flemo, if you just show me the remote real quick. So, I mean, you probably figure it out. That's the zoom controls. They're the only buttons you want to press, really. Okay. Obviously, you just avoid them too. And then,
no problem.
You can press it gently and it'll zoom in slowly, or you can press it hard and it'll zoom in quick. And just feel free to, I'd say, zoom out quite a bit and allow the plane to just be easily caught in the picture. What's that? What else? So, also Michael Muscat with the $5 Canadian super chat saying just joined. Love your show from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Michael. There you go, Owen Flemo straight in the straight on the sticks and no messing around. Catching this Ryanair service arriving in from Brussels, 737-800 series aircraft. Great shot there of the aircraft vacating in the sun. Oh, Lauren, nice of you to join us. I hope your day is getting a little bit better at least. And taxiing out to the left as well, we also have the Air France baby bus taxiing out as well, heading back to Charles de Gaulle. Look at the lighting on that, it's beautiful. And there she is, the Air France A319. As Flemo said, the new scheme on that as well. How is it, Flemo?
Yeah, it's alright to be fair. I thought it would have been harder than this, but it's alright to be honest.
Yeah, we have quite a high-end tripod as well, which...
yeah, the tripod's like so much better.
Yeah, it's so smooth.
I think when I tried last time, like the old thingy, like that other tripod.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't as smooth as this.
Yeah, we have quite a high-end Nitrotech fluid head, which is not cheap, but it's worth it. And Roger Tempero with an £8.99 super chat, saying great work, guys. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate the support. And just touching down behind the TUI over there is a EasyJet. She's in from Faro, an A320. EasyJet Europe. Just rolling out there. Jill McCormack saying I want a Wookiee. We're not seeing any Wookiees today. Usually on the evening slots, I don't know about Fridays, but we'll quite often catch a Swiss 220 later on, as well as a KLM Embraer E2 195. So both of them fitted with lovely loud Wookiees. The Pratt & Whitney 1000 series engines. Let's have a look on radar if I can find any
Wookiees.
Any Wookiees. We're going on a Wookiee hunt. Yes, so scheduled to arrive in just over an hour's time, we have a KLM 2905. So that's an E2 jet with KLM. She'll be in not too long time in terms of time to wait.
Air France trying to photo bomb the EasyJet here.
Yep, that EasyJet service. Heading off to Milan. And as Mike K says in the chat, there is a Wamos taxiing out. We should see that soon. No visual on that just yet. Jet 2 737 in the .com scheme in from Prague, flight 888. Lucky for some. And we've got a couple of aircraft holding over at runway 2 at the moment. It's very busy here at Manchester right now. Waiting right at the start of the runway though, the Air France baby bus. Bit of a special visitor this to the airport, to be honest, because we don't see these very often here at Manchester, the A380s. I've probably only seen them maybe less than 10 times in person in the whole time of spotting here.
I think the view of the Air France with like the moors in the background, such a nice shot.
Yeah, the tail looks huge, especially with that livery, but now it's going. Heading back to Charles de Gaulle.
Just about to get photo bomb with the Jet 2.
There she goes. If we get some bing bongs in the chats for Charlotte Lewis with a £1 super chat. Thank you, Charlotte.
Just crossing the runway now is the Wamos operating on behalf of Jet 2.
There she is. nice to see this aircraft here in Manchester. Like I said, Jet2 really like requiring these larger aircraft to fulfill demand. They operate these on the busier routes, usually to, I've noticed Turkey and Spain are like the two main ones I've noticed. So like the Balearic Islands in particular, it's like Ibiza and Palma de Mallorca, and then a few to Turkey. Just like this one, it's off to Antalya, which is a big airport in the south of Turkey. I don't think I've ever flown here. You know, I've been to Turkey so many times, maybe 6 or 7. Never flown to Antalya. Always Bodrum or Dalaman.
Quite a big airport, Antalya as well. They've got 2 runways, where Dalaman's only got 1.
Yeah. And they have a lot of airlines based at Antalya, like Sun Express, Corendon as well, based there.
I'd like to go and see the Corendon 747 of Amsterdam.
Yeah, we were actually... So, I don't know if I've ever said this on the stream, but we went, obviously, well, everyone knows that we went to Amsterdam in October to do an airlines live stream from there. It was our first overseas stream. Went really well. It was actually a really good experience. We did 2 days, 2 different streams from the Polder Barn. And we said on the last day, we wanted to, because the year before, which would have been 2020, Ken from Visions International went to that Skybar 747, you know, with the Corendon Hotel. And from there you get a view of the whole airport. It's an amazing view. And they had karaoke on as well when Ken went. So I was like, right, the plan is, right, this was seriously the plan. We were going to go, we were going to visit that Sky Bar, do a video from there, get some photos, get some content. And I was going to do a VIP live stream of me doing karaoke there. Maybe Matt would have done it as well. He said he would have been up for that, but, you know, who knows? But the problem was, right, and Ken went in the summer of 2020, so obviously that was in the pandemic. We went in October 2021, still like kind of like pandemic time, but a lot more places open by then. But for some reason, for us, it was closed, but for Ken, it was open. He went like a year and a half before us, so that was a bit disappointing. They I think it was open, but you had to like book, and it was very awkward, and we couldn't go in the end. So, mark my words, there will be an airlines live trip where we do karaoke in the VIP lounge.
All I'm going to say is when we were at Lanzarote, we went to about 100 bars, and Andy was like, I need karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go around, guys. You've got to go around.
Yeah, that was a late one. By Owen there. This is actually coming in from Paris Charles de Gaulle as well. The EasyJet A320.
Must have got put off by the Air France.
Yes. Yes, just had to go around. I think the wind must have caught it.
Yeah.
Pretty awkwardly.
Hope the guys on Twitch caught that, ready for the
highlight reel.
The highlight reel, yeah.
Yeah. We got a bing bong in the chat. We've got a brand new VIP signing up, Herbert Acton on YouTube. Welcome to Premium Economy. Sylvia saying there's 1.5 thousand people watching and only 450 likes. Is that it?
Come on, guys.
You can do it.
You know how we roll.
Yeah, we went to Lanzarote on the Airliners live trip there. We did a live show from there. We spent like an entire night trying to find a karaoke bar, and there wasn't one. Well, there was one, but it was very full, and it looked very depressing as well. It was just like...
The guy was like, yeah, we've got karaoke. And then we all looked at each other and were like, he definitely has not got karaoke in this bar.
It was like the house... Imagine like a bar, but... You know, you imagine like a karaoke bar being quite dark and like lots of like disco lights and things, but this was literally a bar with all the house lights on, so it was very well lit. It just looked very awkward. Everyone looked sober. It was full as well. Every seat was filled, and it was just very awkward. And I was like, that is not my vibe. I was kind of hoping like, you know, a lot of disco lights and we could get everyone up dancing, but anyway,
that didn't happen.
I digress. That is something to look forward to. I can't read that name because the dark mode Frankie Salt, is that how you pronounce it? Frankie, I love this type of channel. Glad Switch gave me this recommendation. Well, welcome to the community, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying your experience here on the channel. We stream twice a week here from Manchester, as well as once a week from Vancouver, Canada. And on a Monday night, we have a flight sim stream from 7 p.m. So do get involved with that. That's hosted by John Fezzer, who's in the chat now. And
for anyone who missed it, so once the TAS event had finished, so the VIPs had know, we went to Andy's house with a barbecue, a few drinks and stuff. But before we'd left the RVP, we went on the 360 sim.
Oh yeah.
So I went on it first. So I went on with my friend who works at the RVP, and then it was it Fezzer and Matt? Oh yeah, Fezzer and Matt went on, and Martin was shouting from the outside, "Do a battle roll, do a battle roll." And Matt and Fezzer looked at each other and was like, "Yeah, we're going to do a battle roll now." And then the thing had just like switched off.
Yeah,
they were like, "Oh."
They timed out. They ran out of time because they spent so much time dawdling.
We were upside down. Like the photo that Martin got of me upside down. Oh my god! I never want to witness that again.
This Boeing 737-800 with TUI is off to Marrakesh. Loopy saying there's only 68 likes needed for 1,000. Just Frankie is fine. There we go. We got that. The problem is, I'm on dark mode on Twitch, and it's very bright here because the sun's behind us. So a blue name is not readable. Here we go. TUI 737 off to Marrakesh. Gary's saying, do you think the pilots of the smaller planes are jealous of the ones who fly big ones? I don't know how it works, because I suppose an alternative to that would be like me driving my car. I don't look at articulated lorries and go, I'm a bit jealous. And there goes the 273. Long takeoff there from the TUI. Coming back around now. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. But on final approach now, you might be able to see it, Owen. It'd be quite tricky. It's still a bit, it's over 1,000 feet still. Is a EasyJet A380 in from Belfast. Probably just can't see it there on the camera. Oh, you caught it. There you go. Eyes of a hawk. Even I'd struggle with that. And just north of the airfield now, it's sadly not coming here. But there's a Flybe service from Belfast to Leeds, and I don't know if many people have heard the news, but sadly Flybe, obviously operated Belfast City service here at Manchester, are pulling out of Manchester next week. How sad is that? I think there's a lot of problems with how they're run at the moment, I think, and I can kind of identify them. First of all, Flybe used to be like ultimate low cost, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, it was just good quality service, decent seats, nice experience all around, very, very, very good value, and they operated, focused heavily on like the popular, regional routes. So their biggest route was Manchester to Belfast City, which is what they operate here now. But it was so cheap. I remember it being like sometimes as low as £15 each way, which I know it's not quite Ryanair prices, but that's still really cheap. Like, still cheaper than some train fares in this country and things like that, all the way to Belfast. And it was very regular. There was many flights per day you could get. But nowadays they're charging so much, and I don't know if it's to recuperate costs and really get the money flowing, but they're charging like 60, 70, 80 quid each way now for that exact route.
It's crazy. Like, I think
it's too much.
When Flybe used to do Liverpool to the Isle of Man, that route had to operate because they'd operated they're like hospital flights.
Right, okay.
Like patient transfer flights.
Yeah.
So when Flybe ceased operations, they had to find another airline to take over that route regardless who it was. Because the Isle of Man's not, their hospital's not massive.
That makes sense. It's a bit like what Loganair do that as well up in the Scottish Highlands.
So the good thing about working in the airport and talking to the crew and stuff is that when Loganair operate the Embraers, they're all ex-BMI crew. Anybody inside today? No wave today.
Yeah. And speaking of Belfast City, Belfast in general, this EasyJet is in from Belfast, but this is from the international airport there, which is located just outside of Belfast city centre. A half an hour drive, I think. Also known as Antrim International, I believe. And there goes the Wamos A330 200 aircraft off to Antalya. Hope you're all enjoying the show today. Owen's giving the camera a go and he's doing a great job. I might jump on the camera for a bit at the end if you want, Owen.
Yeah.
Up to you. We're pretty comfy at the moment. But yeah, the Flybe, it's a bit of a shame because I think there is a market for super low cost regional travel in the UK, especially with the Flash 8, Flash 8s? The Dash 8s and
Flash and Dash.
Yeah, Flash and Dash. Especially with the Dash 8s and the ATRs. But no, it's a shame. I think it's they're charging too much.
So I think on the last show I was on, we talked about the winglets of Ryanair. So if we look at these winglets, you can tell that. Oh, sorry. You can tell these are one of the older Maxes. Yep. So the new Maxes have got the yellow on the bottom of the wingtip, where that one's just all blue.
Yeah, this is EIK.
See the sun on those engines.
Oh, looking really nice, isn't it?
I remember I was here for the very first Max arrival for Ryanair, and we were all like, oh, this will be the last time we'll see this for years, and then the summer coming here, they're all here.
Was that EI-Hen, was it?
EI-Hen, yeah. But that was some tough lighting, all the spotters on the mound, even the experienced spotters, they were like, oh my god, the lighting was awful.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, isn't it? On short final, by the way, Bots touchdown is the EasyJet service from Paris Charles de Gaulle on a second attempt at landing here at Manchester. Just to the right a bit more, if you look, Owen.
Just to the right?
Yeah. And this is the second attempt at landing. She did a go around.
It's hard to see on this small screen, is it?
Yeah, it's really hard, yeah. I'm surprised you can do it so well, to be fair, because sometimes it's a proper skill, basically. Especially trying to pick them out when they're in the sky. It's so hard. It's only a 4-inch display, I'm going to say. A nice smooth touchdown there, following a go around and then coming straight back round and for a second attempt. I would assume that the go around was due to weather. Just looking at it.
Wind shear last minute, because he was floating for quite a while there.
Yeah, so if in doubt, you go around, safety first.
Yeah, Fezzer would probably know more than I do, but it did look like he had wind shear because he was floating quite a lot.
Great lighting though here on this beautiful evening here at the RVP.
We get the RVP is open till late now for the summer, so come down.
Ladies and gents, I don't know if they still have it on this, right? But there's an EasyJet that is based here at Manchester, right? And,
where's this going?
And we know the pilot. He was the captain on board this on a particular flight. I don't think it's still here, but if anyone sees it, we might see it on today's show. But I don't think it still exists. But what he did was on this flight, the reg was Golf Uniform Zulu Hotel Alpha, which is a Neo, and it's one of the ones with the Neo stickers on, the sticker specials. It's one of them, and he printed Airliners Live logos off on an A4 piece of paper and laminated them, and then stuck them in the windows of the flight deck. So that was flying around for I think it was just a day, but it might still be that, I don't know. It was flying around with our logos in the flight deck. So
that's how you know you've made it in life.
That is hilarious. I wish I'd seen it. That would have been just imagine if that was on a stream as well.
The funniest meme I've seen is if anyone's heard of the Mac Loop, it's where the fast jets train in Wales, and I don't know if it's photoshopped or that it was actually real, but in some jets they're two-seated, so the pilot in the back seat had a photo or a sign saying "I'm with stupid."
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
With an arrow pointed to the pilot, and the foot was whoa, this is cool.
And there we go, the Helvetic Embraer E190 touching down. I think this is from Zurich. Let's have a look. Yeah, Zurich.
I've got a photo on my hard drive. It's not the best photos when I first started photography, but it was a Helvetic Airways Fokker 50.
Yeah.
When they used to operate here, and that was really nice. Touching down now.
It's a Lufthansa A319, first of the show today. Gliding in. Quite a gusty day here at Manchester. So we've already seen, I think, 2 go-arounds today. Look at that, really getting blown around on short final. But floating it down, no problem at all. The Lufthansa A319 in from Munich.
Did I mention on today's show, though, I was on the TV?
You were on TV?
No, I haven't mentioned it. So, a couple of weeks ago, BBC Panorama were filming at Liverpool.
Okay.
About all the issues. Yeah. And I was just so part of my job, we do arrivals, so I have to go over to the aircraft, collect the passengers. So there's 2 of us, so one of us will ramp, so they just stand in the road to make sure the passengers don't get run over by any aircraft or any cars and stuff, and then the other person walks them down to the international arrivals, and I thought the airport was filming for promotional stuff. And then when I eventually watched the documentary, there was me standing at the bottom of the Ryanair aircraft steps. So if anyone wants to watch it, go on to BBC iPlayer and watch the latest. I think it's Airline Chaos, What Gone Wrong, and you'll see me, you'll see Liverpool, and then you just see me standing. I turned around thinking, and forgot the camera was there, and just see my face. Was oh my god.
Trust you to end up on a documentary called Airline Chaos, What Went Wrong. Claim to fame.
The Lanzarote expert.
There you go. John Fez is saying big up Flemo, Mr. Worldwide. There you go.
I know I haven't got a skinhead. Pitbull. Do you know, everyone knows who Pitbull is, right?
Yeah.
So my cousin thinks my dad looks like Pitbull.
It's a bit of a stretch. There we go. A Jet 2 A321 now rolling. That Yankee Alpha on the reg. I don't know where she's heading off to. Nothing on radar. Maybe this is another stealth plane. Because I'm sure I've had problems before with seeing the 321s on the ground here. Maybe it's always Yankee Alpha.
So this one is an ex-Thomas Cook aircraft. So HLYF come from Condor, and HLYB and LA come from Thomas Cook.
That's awesome. Yeah, we used to see them, the 321s, and a lot of 330s here at Manchester with Thomas Cook. What a shame when they went. They were my favourite airline.
I've still got photos of them being dismantled.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. A lot of that happened here at Manchester, didn't it?
Yeah. It was sad to see, like...
Yeah, the 330s getting the wings chopped and things. So that was sad. And they were so big here at Manchester, Thomas Cook, and they were a great airline, and I used to love them just mainly for the holiday packages they offered, with like really, really competitive and a really good selection. Did anyone in the chat ever fly with Thomas Cook? Let us know. I'm curious. How many?
I've got photos on my phone of when I flew back from Antalya on the Jet 2 A330.
Yeah.
And next to me was 2 Thomas Cook A321s. And when I landed and they were just all lined up, I was like, oh.
Right. Melissa's saying she flew with them to Vegas. Oh, well, that would have been sick. I mean, I think I'd pick a Virgin these days. They fly to Vegas, don't they? Not from Manchester, though. That's something they should start again. I think that would actually do quite well. They're still slowly getting there here back in Manchester, because they used to be huge. They used to actually fly the 747s.
I think they should fly to Texas.
Well, they do. They fly... Gosh, do they just fly Austin, I think?
Well, what I want to do is go to LA and do the helicopter flight.
Oh, yeah. So what's that about? That's where
So that's where they hover over the airport for like an hour, and then afterwards they take you around to see the sights. So they fly you over like like the famous strip with I can't remember what it's called, like the Walk of Fame or something.
So how much would that set you back then? That's the question.
I think it's about £400 an hour.
That it?
That's it.
That's per person, or?
No, yeah, that's per person. Yeah, so if there's like 2 of you, then you'd split it, wouldn't you?
Okay. So it'd be £200 per person then, right?
Most probably, yeah. So you just hire in the helicopter and the pilot.
I'd pay that. That's really reasonable.
Let's go.
For like a life experience, that's just one of them.
Like the amount of photos and video content you get from that, wow.
Yeah. Make sure you bring your SD card.
or don't leave your suitcase in the aircraft.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
I couldn't believe that, I really couldn't.
This just says in the citation, with the slightly different horizontal stabilizer design up the top there. CJ2 Plus in from Amsterdam, Schiphol Airport. Plenty of services to Amsterdam and Charles de Gaulle today on the stream. On this FRI show, ladies and gents, who used to watch back when the FRI show was a thing?
That was crazy, though.
The 3 of us had bag issues at Lanza. I think all 4 of us did, didn't we?
Well, it was Fezzer first. So his, I think it was his backpack, the zip fell off, or the zip broke.
Yeah.
So Fezzer first, and then...
He had to hold his backpack in his hands the whole day.
And then Matt got conned £30 from Ryanair, because his bag was too big. And then, when we got to Lanza, I had left my cabin suitcase on board the aircraft. Luckily, they put it on the belt for me. And then we were wondering, where's the suitcase? Because, and your suitcase was nowhere to be seen, and we were walking up and down the airport, and next minute we just saw this suitcase in the distance, all open all over the belt, and Andy was like, I think that's mine.
That's mine. And I was there to do a stream, of course, and the only thing that was in the suitcase that was of importance for the stream was of value as well. It was just a beach towel and maybe some clothes, but the only thing of value was the tripod.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have that, the stream would have been pretty tricky. Just a handheld stream. So yeah, it was pretty good that we found it. And what would happen? I presume what happened. Now, Ryanair are known for their very smooth landings, of course. But this particular day at... whoa, hang on. See, hey, Flo, go to the right, Flemo. Hang on. Keep panning to the right. Zoom out a bit as well. Yeah, keep zooming out, and keep panning. And I zoom out, stop. You zoom out a bit more. See on the left, go left, okay, left a bit more. And I'll zoom in and go up in the clouds. Doesn't that cloud there, if it goes to the left now?
This one?
Then left. That one, does that look like a face?
This one here?
Yeah, doesn't it? Like a nose. Wow. Okay, it's this
looks like a monster.
It does look like a monster. That kind of spooked me out of that. I just had to get that on stream.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Airliner's Clouds.
I think if you zoom out, it looks more like a face. Okay, it's kind of disfigured now. It doesn't. Okay, anyway. So anyway,
thanks for cloud spotting, guys.
There was a 33 knot crosswind on the day. And man, that plane was like wobbling, and the ground was going up and down out the window, and it was a bit of a slam on the touchdown. And I think what's happened was my suitcase was probably stacked on top of another suitcase, and on that slam, I could just imagine it just bouncing up in the air and just smashing on the floor. And it was, I don't think it was the highest quality suitcase. I think I bought it from Sports Direct for it was on a sale, and it was probably like 30 quid.
And then you bought a pink suitcase.
yeah, so it smashed on the ground, and the zip must have just been ripped clean off. Things must have just fell out of it. And I assume they kind of pieced everything back together, because it was just like really random stuff. Like I said, some clothes. I never take like expensive clothes when I go to these places. It's usually just like the cheapest stuff. A beach towel and a tripod. Yes, tripod's quite expensive. That's probably worth like $2,000 or something.
Yeah, I mean Montclair/Airliners Live hoodie.
Oh yes. And yeah, so that RIP that suitcase. So what happened was we went to the Ryanair.
Did you leave that in Lanzarote?
Which?
There's the suitcase that burst out.
Oh yeah, I wasn't going to take it home. Yeah,
souvenir.
Got charged for a second suitcase. So anyway, some bloke walking around the airport had some sellotape. So we just sellotaped it up, like not even gaffer tape, just straight up sellotape. And then I walked out with a sellotaped bag.
I didn't understand why the woman didn't just say, do you want some sellotape or duct tape to tie your bag up? And she was wrapped it around and then walked out the door.
Well, their first thing was, it's not really my fault, it was probably Swissport. I was like, no, it's come off your plane. I don't think some bloke has just trashed it on the apron. I think it's the plane's done this. So anyway, I had to, while I was there for 3 days, I had to locate a new suitcase, and it wasn't until the morning of that we were flying out that I was like, oh no, I've not got a suitcase. And I had to go to some beach shop around the corner, which just so happened to have some suitcases of varying sizes, and I managed to find this. The only one that would fit the tripod was this bright hot pink hard shell suitcase. And I was like, that's going to have to do. It was quite expensive as well. It was like €60 or something. And I was like, that's going to have to do, I'm afraid. That desperate times.
That was something else.
Anyway, then we checked out. I got the suitcase. We carried it around all day, hauling this bright hot pink suitcase around Lanzarote. And then me and Fezza went to the beach. I don't know if you went to the airport or something.
Oh yeah, so no, because what had happened was we I can't remember what day it was, but we looked on Flight Radar, and me and Matt was like, there's a Condor A380 retro livery. Yeah. And it didn't bother to turn up, so me and Matt were like, oh no way. So the next day it pinged on radar, so it eventually turned up. And the way me and Matt saw it was, the aircraft was 23 years old. So we thought, well, if we don't catch this now, we're not going to catch it at all. Because by the time it come round, it had to be painted in the beach towel livery, or the aircraft to get retired.
The beach towel livery, is that the name of it?
I call the beach towel livery too.
One of them actually flew over our hotel. So when we were staying in Zante last week, we were right under the ILS, and they were probably at 1,000 feet, maybe not, probably not even that, more like 700 feet, kind of like where this plane is right now, maybe. And we had that Condor plane flying over, but We were having breakfast at the time, so what a shame I didn't get to see it. Oh no,
Missed
it, but I'm not really too fussed.
That new Air Greenland A330 Neo livery gives me play vibes.
That's good that I know that. It's all red, isn't it? Didn't we have one the other day here at Manchester, the Wamos? Was it a 330?
Yeah, that was XL Asia, that. But me and Matt were saying, like, is the red of that Air Greenland like the same red as Play? And apparently, and this is going to sound dead funny, but so Play's red is called Play Red. So that red's been specially made for them.
Oh, right, okay. It's a bit like, I mean, a lot of airlines have that, don't they? Like, you have like Virgin's like red, you know, like it's very different.
That's really, I can't wait to see that red on that new Neo.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Touching down, there's the Smart Links operating on behalf of TUI Airways. This aircraft was out of service for a good couple of weeks, and by the looks of it, it got jacked up off the ground. So there must have been like some serious issues with it.
Alright.
But I know this aircraft belonged to Finnair, and then Smart Links bought it.
This aircraft is in from Tenerife South Airport. Casper the friendly plane, we like to call these ones, with the no liveries. But yeah, Smart Links is the sub lease company who's leasing it to TUI at the moment and doing flights to various places. I'm just going to run the bathroom real quick. I'll literally be not long at all.
No worries.
The year is a Scandinavian CRJ on short final as well.
Welcome to the Lanzarote Expert Show, everyone.
I'll trust you with the camera, as I'll be back in a minute or so.
No problem. So do beware, folks, as Andy has just left to run the loo. So I am trying to control the camera at the moment, so any messages that do come in, I do apologise. We're not ignoring it, just I can't do two things at once. So my priority is to do the filming. Flying past there. It's like today's show, like just birds everywhere today. Couple nearly knocked Mark off the top of the tower earlier on. Touching down now, by the looks of it, is this SAS CRJ. So Lufthansa operate these out of Liverpool, and what I didn't know when I had a look on board is that these aircraft do not have overhead lockers. So when you travel with Lufthansa, so your bag has to go in the front hold. So the back hold is mainly for like big bags like suitcases and stuff, and then like your little like trolley bags and stuff have to go in the front. Because the fuselage is so small, there's no room inside the cabin. But for like backpacks and stuff, you can fit them under the seat. It's just you wouldn't be able to fit anything big like a trolley suitcase like you would on like a Ryanair aircraft.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
No, we learn something new every day.
Yeah,
I'm not out of breath or anything, don't worry.
So these front holds here, so they're for like the trolley cases, and then like the back hold just under the engine there is for the bigger suitcases. So this is in the old SAS livery. So this is operated by SAS Ireland.
Right, do you want to do a swap then? For the last hour, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can do a bit longer if you want.
Yeah, do a little bit longer. Going into the last hour of today's show. Huge shout out to Owen Flemmo for stepping up on the camera for the first time on Airliners Live. I think you did it once before, did you say? Actually?
Yeah, I've done it once. It's only a quick one, I think, last time.
Where was that? Was that the RVP, was it? On the Mound?
Yeah, no, so it was when we had...
Or was it at Lanzarote?
No, it was when we had the old tower, when we had to be like... We had to put the harness on and stuff like that.
Right, I can't remember you doing that. That's crazy. That was tricky, that, wasn't it? Because obviously we're really blessed to be working with the Aviation Society at the moment. And they give us exclusive access to stream from this RVP control tower, which is a platform, which is a tower they use for the commentary system here at the RVP, which is super useful for when they're doing the commentary on weekends, but also when they're doing events here at the RVP as well. And working with TAS, they actually added this special platform this time round on the roof, which is a hatch, hashtag Owen in a hatch at the moment. And what we do is we plonk a tripod on the roof of the tower, and it allows us to give you this amazing view of the whole airfield live to you guys. Now, it's really not much different to the Mound. You guys know we stream from the Mound for like probably 3 years, I'd say. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine for a stream. But this just gives us a little bit more height and a little luxury, and it allows us to also be able to bring you this more complicated setup with like a mixing desk, potentially in the future more cameras. Stay tuned for that. Also, we can have like the chat open in different windows, and we can have guests in like a very nice high quality studio environment, like we have Owen today. We had Noel Phillips the other week. And we've got plenty of plans for more guests in the coming weeks. That was another thing that you guys voted for as well on the VIP annual survey the other day. Over 300 participants in that. You guys really wanted more guests on the show. So we're thinking, obviously, our moderators are fantastic. They're always welcome to be guests on the Airliners Live show. We have Matt quite regularly, as well as Mrs. Airliners Live. Owen Flemmo stepping in today, doing a great job. I think between them three, I think you get a nice variety of different personalities as well as knowledge levels, because you got obviously Matt Smith, who's been spotting for many, many years. You've got Mrs. Airliners Live, who obviously is more on the kind of the more casual level of spotting. So obviously it kind of adds the more simple questions and more casual questions into the mix. And then obviously you've got Flemmo, who is very knowledgeable in current situations with Manchester, Liverpool, the Red Arrows. I was going to say actually before when you started talking about the Red Arrows, I was going to say, well, everyone who's playing Flemmo bingo, you can tick off Red Arrows, tick off Liverpool, tick off Play Airlines.
That's what you should do, you know, like every guest
Flemmo bingo. Well, I no joke, right, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I looked at this. So I was going to do an Airliners Live bingo that you could play live with us every single stream. Who would play this? Because this would be a lot of fun. So what it is
let's get some yays in the chat, guys, if you'd like us to do this bingo.
If you want to do some Airliners Live bingo, maybe Flemmo bingo, but I think Airliners Live bingo in general would be good.
It's everyone.
So What it is there's a website you can use. I forget the name, but I've been in touch with them already.
It's called Bingo.
It's called Bingo. And what it does is it generates everyone their own unique bingo card on their smartphone or tablet or whatever they want to play on. And they can be watching the stream on a TV or a laptop. And everyone has their own unique one. And it has just silly things on it. You know, it might be like a 757 or a 737. But it also has like pork pie talk or red arrows talk or something. Just silly things. So
I need to interrupt this now because those pork pies at that aviation fair, like, I'm not a fan of pork pies, guys, but those pork pies were like 10 out of 10.
They were donated by David Long, the flying architect.
We need to get some of them for the charity live stream.
Yeah. Where did you get them, David Long? I think obviously the brand was on it. But we had quite a lot of donations at that fair. I think, was it Robin Giles who donated a giant pork pie? Flying Architect donated many pork pies. Most of them were classic, just regular
pork,
Melton pork pre-mork rise, or whatever I call them. And a couple of them were like, was it chili jam pork pie?
Chili jam, yeah.
And my personal favourite.
Chili jam was the nicest.
My personal favourite, apple pie flavoured pork pie. So I had like apple in it. Guys, it sounds a bit gross. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of sweet in there, you know, like sweet and savoury.
Like even Charlie was like, oh my god, like why is there so much jelly? And then he went, I think it's because I buy the small place ones.
yeah, like the fresh ones always have a lot of jelly in them, don't they? John Fezzer, obviously celebrating his birthday weekend, had a few nice gifts.
We had a barbecue for Fez as well.
Yeah, which went really well, didn't it? Yeah.
And then
it didn't rain or anything.
No, it didn't rain. No, and then I think after we went back to the office.
We did.
And then we had that was really nice. And then we went to a disclosed location in the office, which was really good. Which I think me and Fez are really excited to get our hands on in the future.
Yeah, we'll work that out.
The charity live stream.
Oh yes. And yes, the charity live show on the 4th of September, ladies and gents.
Did you know Barton had an air show in 2015?
No.
So I didn't know this. So like,
I think was that where the Vulcan flied? Was that?
I think so. Yeah, because
there was a Vulcan
because I work with Rich Goodwin. He's for anyone who doesn't know, he's a pit special pilot. So he's
really,
the best,
really well known.
Yeah, so he's the best pitch special pilot in the whole of the UK. So we have like a Dropbox with like archives and stuff in. And when I was looking at some things to do, some reels, it come up Manchester Barton Airshow 2015, and that's when he had his red and white aeroplane, and he'd done a full display over the airfield at Barton. I think it was like an anniversary for Barton. It was really, really good. It was like, we need to see that again.
I'd love for them to do that again. I'm sure they had a Vulcan doing a display at that particular one. So the 4th of September is the annual Airliners Live charity fundraiser show. So every single year on Airliners Live, we come together as a community and just try and do one big fundraiser to better the world and just show what we can do as a community and try and have a positive influence.
We raised a lot of money. I think.
Oh, look to the left, by the way.
I think last year or the year before. One of our charities was in memory of one of our moderators.
Yes, Julie.
Julie Mason, yeah.
Yes, so last year we raised funds for Macmillan Cancer Support, and it was also a 50-50 split between them and Thames Hospice, which is where she received her end-of-year care, and she was a moderator on Airliners Live. And she was involved since the early days.
Yeah.
She sadly lost her fight to cancer in, I think it was April last year. So in memory of her. Now, obviously, this year we've lost someone very close to the channel as well. Not only is cancer something that affects a lot of people, so it's always a positive thing to raise money for a cancer charity. We lost a close friend of the channel in a very, very influential person, not only at Manchester Airport, but on the Airliners Live channel and here at the RVP. In fact,
like, word legend does not is not a word you'd use for this guy.
It doesn't do enough justice.
No.
This tower we're sat in is because of him. A lot of the things here at the RVP, including the Concorde, the Trident, and just a lot of Manchester Airport, and obviously that was Peter Hampson lost his battle to cancer earlier this year. So it would be very nice, all I'm saying is, to do something in memory of him, and to do a positive effect with his name, basically, so we have some things in the works at the moment, and we're in like the critical stages now of getting some things in place for us, is all I can say. We'll probably have it announced in the next week, but we are looking at doing something big in his name, and it's going to be a good community effort. And
like Peter was one of the people who, like, I think it was a week or two before he passed away, and I think it was the last show I was on, and after I finished the show, Peter had watched the show and he'd FaceTime Debbie, and Peter wanted to speak with me over the phone and asked me would I do commentary at the park, because he's heard me on the streams, and he says, like, about my commentary and the knowledge and stuff. And I think because, like, working, like, in the job that I'm in now, like, time is, like, very, very rare, to be fair, and it's like, like, when you get 2 days off, it's kind of like, it's rewarding.
Yep.
Because, like, the day flies by, and it's like, it's one thing I'll never forget, I'll tell you that now.
Mm-hmm. He used to watch most of the live shows, especially when he was receiving his end-of-life care. He found it very, like, comforting to watch, obviously Manchester Airport live. And he used to call us quite often and give us, like, feedback and things. And he also offered a lot of advice in terms of business and things. So, great guy, anyway. So in the next week, hopefully we'll be announcing the start of the fundraiser for this year. And we've already had a few prizes given to us. So we'll add them, and usually what we do, in case you don't know, is we have a prize pool, and as part of the money raising process, we get people to either donate £5 or over usually, or I think the next tier is like £20 or £25 or over. And so they enter you into like raffles. So if you donate £25 or over, you get put into the big bracket, and also the smaller one, or just £5 is just the big one. And you can get your hands on a whole magnitude of prizes, from aircraft models to experience days.
Martin's dad's always a good sport when it comes to the charity live stream. He donates so many good stuff.
Was it him who donated the £300 flight voucher? Yeah. So it was a holiday voucher you could use on it was like the majority of holiday airlines. And I know the chap who won it because he's a VIP, and he went on holiday this year, I think, or last year.
I think it was this year. I
think it was Tenerife, if I remember rightly, or Canaries in general. But anyway, loads of prizes up for grabs. It's all in the name of charity. We usually use a money raising platform. Previously, we used Virgin Money Giving, but they've closed down now. Sadly, they've stopped doing that service, so we have to change this year. But we don't opt to handle the money ourselves, because it all goes to charity, and it allows us to do gift aid as well, which is super useful.
Like there was one last year which was a print of the red arrows and the BOAC 747.
Oh yes,
and I wanted that.
This Ryanair service that's now rolling on the runway is off to Dublin. Nice short hop over there. It's a lovely little flight over to Dublin. Melissa's saying, can't wait to help support you and the charity. My mum's on a waiting list, so lots of prayers for the good news. Wait, I was on a waiting an emergency mammogram, so lots of thoughts and good news. I hope everything's okay with her, and yes, I'm super hyped for that charity fundraiser, because it's a really positive thing. It's like a time where we all come together as a community and really try and make a big positive impact. And thoughts and prayers, Melissa, with your mum. Hope she gets better soon.
Someone was saying before in the chat, like going back to the Red Arrows, so in 2019 they'd done like a North American and Canadian tour, and someone in the chat was saying they saw them, and then so they're off to Bahrain at the end of the year. So it's the first time they'll take part in the Bahrain Airshow, do fly past in the Middle East, and Dubai, all places like that. Then next year there's no tour, and then 2024, which will be a good thing for airlines like Vancouver, is that the Red Arrows are heading back to Canada for another tour. So there are rumours that they will be operating from Vancouver Airport as well.
So Henry is actually at an air show on this weekend. He's at the Abbotsford Air Show, which is about an hour's drive from Vancouver, and they have some like huge acts there. They have the I believe the US Air Force Thunderbirds, I think they're called, and a load of like military displays. And he was tempted, and he even got permission. Actually, I'll finish the story after this.
Let's just let this go, yeah.
There she goes, the Jet 2757, leaving Manchester, off to Ibiza. What a destination to fly to. Right, but good. Do you want to jump on that headset there? We are back, ladies and gents. Apologies for that. And also, could you pass my phone up as well? So you want to let that one in there. Apologies, we just lost power for a moment there. I don't know why, but we did. Are we back, ladies and gents? Let me know. I've also just jumped on the camera as well, just because I had to quickly do a little override on the old camera power. Yeah, we're back. Ladies and gents, can we get some Airliners Live hearts in the chat as well for Owen Flemmo, jumping on the camera there, doing a great job, just for the hour or so.
No idea what happened there, guys.
No, I think
because it wouldn't.
I don't think it was on the camera end. I think it was on the because it uses DC power from the hut. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, because when I was trying to, because I was saying like wiggle the cords.
Yeah.
So I was wiggling it, and nothing worked, so it wasn't zooming in, and it just went off on me.
All right, I'll jump on the camera for the last hour. So I've got my eye on the chat still. Flemmo's on the chat as well. Don't worry. And Flemmo, if there's ever a moment you want to press the button, it is this top right one here, which will give them a demonstration. Owen has the power. He has the bing bong button.
I have the power is in my hand.
That's an even bigger responsibility than the camera, I'm afraid. Anyway, we got a Ryanair 737 on the way in next. Hope you're enjoying this bonus FRI show here on Airliners Live, ladies and gents. Here live from the Runway Visitor Park of this fantastic, gorgeous evening in Manchester. Lots of blue sky and sunshine, and a nice cooling breeze as well. Although it's quite a big breeze. I mean, we've had a few go-arounds today, and it's definitely noticeable on the camera.
Just on approach now is a Ryanair 737-800 with a flight number of FR3219. That's coming in from Milan Bergamo.
And we're back as well here at Manchester after our week off.
So we've got a mega bong that just come in. Do you want to do it, Andy, or would you like me to do it?
You got to hit that button first.
Boom.
Go on, read out then. Good, if you want.
So we've got a massive mega bong from the legend that was Kevin D, saying, "Hey Andy, Owen and Martin and the mods, little donation for the midweek streams. This will be the last to see live the midweek shows as I return to work next week. So Sunday there's to me from now on. Great work. Cheers, Kevin D." Thanks very much, Kevin.
Appreciate it. Hope everything goes well back at work as well.
Was I telling a story? Jeffrey said finish the story. I don't know what I was talking about.
Maybe someone in the chat could fill us in there.
Yeah. Carl says Owen sounds a bit echoed.
I can't hear that.
I can't hear that either.
Yeah, that might be on your end, maybe.
Sounds like I'm back in Liverpool, coming by you like, go!
That's it, yeah.
What do we think about the audio quality today, guys? Absolutely 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this audio. Huge audio upgrade on today's show. You can really hear it. You'll hear it when this Ryanair spools up and starts moving again.
This Ryanair looking a bit lost.
Yeah, I hope it all goes well, Kevin. Appreciate the continued support and all that. And it was great having a chat with you as well the other day. Ryanair heading back to its stand on Terminal 3 here in Manchester. We got about 45 minutes until the Emirates A380 arrives here at Manchester. Exciting times. I can't remember what time we did the FRI show back in the day. I think it was in the morning, wasn't it? Because I used to work in the evenings back then. So I think they were starting at like 10 a.m. and finishing around 2 or 3, I think, back in the day. But last year, I had a job last year. Everything I was doing on Airlines Live was around that. And it's only this year that we've actually managed to go all in and not have other jobs to worry about. This is our only income. Scary. Here's another Ryanair 73.
Ryanair 737 departing on 23 left is the FR9094 service operating to Alicante, or as what some people say when they check in with me is I'm flying to Benidorm, and I say we don't fly to Benidorm. You just expect you to just like land on the beach.
Move the towels out the way.
Yeah. No towers left. Condors robbed them up for the marketing strategy.
And there she goes, the Ryanair service off to Alicante. A very popular route here in Manchester, actually. It's definitely up there with the most popular. The Friday show used to be 10 a.m. Yeah, I thought so. Back in the day, eh? It was last year, that.
Just to remind the guys, like, there won't be no, like, Friday show next week. Like, this is just a bonus show. So next week we'll be back to our normal schedule with Feza on the Monday. And then the Wednesday is the 4 o'clock evening show. And then we've got Henry at 7 o'clock. And then the 10 a.m. Super Sunday.
I've really been enjoying Henry's and Feza's shows recently. Both of them have been very entertaining.
Do you know what's really nice to see is that on the Vancouver shows, Air Transat X Thomas Cook aircraft.
Oh yeah.
To see like they're actually still flying, it's really nice to see those orange engines.
Oh, they have orange. I think I've seen them. Come to think of it, yeah.
Yellow, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them now. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Why can't we have them? Carl Crawford with a £2 super chat saying let's get the A380 train going, choo-choo. Cheers, Carl, appreciate it. You can hit the button, Flemo. Hey!
Terry Edwards saying anyone doing Blackpool Airshow this year? If the Red Owls are there, I'm there. But to be honest though, guys, and don't fall out with me over this, please. So the Reds are my favourite display team and always will be. But this year, I don't like if anyone else has been to air shows. I think the Korean Air Force Black Eagles done it for me this year.
They were really good.
They were very good. Like their formation changes, like you would never see that with the Red Arrows. Like never. I think once the Red Arrows get back to 9 jets next year, things will be much better. But I think the Black Eagles, because at Southport we only saw like about 10 minutes, but when I went to Riyadh and we done the full show, that was something else.
Off she goes, the EasyJet on 23 left over there.
So that's EasyJet flight 21855 to Barcelona, and that's a 14-year-old A319.
Hope you're enjoying the show today, though, ladies and gents. We'll be back on the Super Sunday this weekend as well. Don't forget that. 10 a.m. on Sunday. We're live from Manchester Airport. Will be the next live show. Tomorrow is our day off. Feels weird just having a day off already.
No, not my day off.
Not your day off.
I had 2 days. So I had my 2 days off were Tuesday, Wednesday. I was in at at 4 o'clock this morning. So
what a long day.
4 till 8:30, and then I went home, had a nap, and then got ready to come here today.
Dedication. Here's just another EasyJet. This is an A320 lining up on 2-3 left over on the south side of the airfield. We've got 2 support things to read out. We'll get them out as soon as this EasyJet is turning and burning. Don't see that often with EasyJet.
So that's EasyJet flight 2141. And that's a 12-year-old Airbus A320 operating the flight to Belfast. That's Belfast International.
Very popular route out of Manchester. It's popular out of Liverpool as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. To be fair, like so we started off with Belfast International, and then recently they've just operated to Belfast City.
I wonder why they didn't do that before. That makes a lot of sense for EasyJet. They operate a lot of flights to Belfast International, though, so maybe it's just a bit of an easier route for them.
Well, Flybe was supposed to operate Liverpool to Belfast City when they returned, but that didn't happen.
They should have done that, but again, it's just a competition, isn't it? One of the chaps, Tass, was saying he reckons it's because they're going too much for the business market now since their rebrand.
Yeah.
Which is it's just too I think it's too competitive at this point. I get what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to go for the more business market. So you got your low costers like EasyJet, but I think they're just trying to fill that gap of a bit more of a premium product. But they're just not. They haven't got enough marketing behind them to do that.
They haven't got enough aircraft. Never mind marketing.
They haven't got the aircraft. Yeah, they're leasing in a lot. Here at Manchester, we see a lot of Embraers and ATRs.
I haven't seen Flybe here.
Have you not? You've not seen a Dash 8 yet?
At Heathrow I did, when I visited there, but I haven't seen them since.
So, yeah, it's just marketing probably the biggest downfall, but they're too expensive, man. Too expensive.
So Papa Denmark and on the Twitch chat said, love the stream, guys. How often do you guys stream? Happy weekend from Denmark.
We stream in total 4 times a week. Twice from Manchester, once from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, and once from the flight sim from the northeast of England.
And Newcastle?
John Fezzer. It's Sunderland.
Kill us if we say Newcastle. Sunderland.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, I don't know anything about the north. I've never been to the northeast.
You know what I'm looking forward to at the end of the year? The Kuwait Airways A330 800 and that'll be the first visit that we've ever had that aircraft type in. We've had the 900, but we just haven't had the 800 just yet.
Yeah, I'm hyped to see that. Yeah, I love the retro scheme on the Q8 A330s. I think they're really nice. There goes the Ryanair vacating. 737-800 using a lot of runway, coming in fast. We've also got the return of the Sun Express. I love that name as well. And the livery Sun Express 737. It's a MAX 8 aircraft heading back to Antalya, which is their home base over in Turkey. One of my favourite airlines to see at Manchester, these, just because the livery is just good. It's just good.
I'm not a fan, to be honest.
You're not a fan? What?
No.
Do you like bounties?
No. But
Oh, okay, that's good.
bouncies?
Bounties, like the chocolate bars.
No, don't like them.
Okay, good. Yeah.
They're doing that ice cream at McDonald's.
Oh, look who else is going out as well.
Oh.
We got, is that OBYK? Yeah, the Ghost. Stealth plane is on the taxi out. The TUI 767 Sunshine.
OBYF is pinging.
Is it? So we got two TUI 76s active on the ground here at Manchester.
We saw one of these in Lanzarote, and then the captain saw the video and then messaged us. I think he messaged me and was like, and thanked them for waving or something.
That's cute.
What do we think, guys? Okay, do we think the Sun Express livery is nice, or do we think the Play Airlines livery is better?
I think we've done a few yay or nays on the channel before, the Sun Express livery, but what do you think, ladies and gents?
So you think the Sun Express livery is better, but yays. If you think the Play Airlines livery is better, do some Airlines live hearts. Let's see. Let's see how we get on. But you know, one's never even seen the Play Airlines livery, so I'm going to get out with you.
Yeah, I think we do need to get to Liverpool and get the first flight in a few months' time. Well, it's only 2 months now, isn't it? Bruce Campbell with a 4 months of first class, by the way. Great channel and great aviation community. Cheers, Airliners Live, he says. Followed by Robin Giles. Giles with a £3.80 super chat saying chew.
Do you know what? I might be able to sort something out.
Oh.
Might be able to sort something out.
Oh. Is that where we're going?
Because I was supposed to attend the Play Airlines launch, but I'm on holiday, so maybe Airlines Live can take my spot.
Oh.
And bring either a live stream or something.
Oh. I like the sound of that.
Leave it with me. See what I can do.
Oh, yeah.
Pull some strings.
Get you some pork pies. Greg's sausage rolls.
We've got Greg's in Liverpool. That's all I eat. It's really bad.
Yeah, our office, Barton Aerodrome is right near a Greg's as well. A drive-through Greg's.
What?
Even worse.
Drive-through Greg's?
It's a drive-through Greg's. Wow. The problem with a drive-through Greg's is, though, right? Sounds amazing. It is amazing. The problem is, Greg's is quite like situational with like what they have left in stock. You know, like sometimes they might not have meat and potato pies.
Look at those engines, come on.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, the lighting. Sometimes they might not have steak bakes. So, you know, drive-through is a bit awkward in that regard, you know.
I don't like steak bakes either.
Why? Oh, look at that. Look at the lighting, by the way.
I prefer a chicken bake to a steak bake. Or a sausage, bean and cheese melt.
That's good. EasyJet A320 Neo looking beautiful in this evening
this moment
sun.
in time, Melissa is going to be my best friend.
Okay.
She says Play Airlines livery is better than Sun Express. Melissa knows how we roll.
How about you make an Instagram page for that?
Which?
Play Airlines
I already
versus...
have.
Well, I know you have, yeah. What is it?
It's...
Is it a Play Airlines fan club?
I don't even know. I think it's...
I don't know.
I think it's Play Airlines _fan page, I think.
Ah, okay.
And Play Airlines actually follow me. That was an achievement.
Oh, they follow you?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, that's nice. So if you're a fan of Play Airlines, ladies and gents, go give, what is it? Play Airlines
_fan page. Even if you don't like it, just help me out. I'm trying to get to 200 followers here, guys.
It's Owen's Instagram. Anyway, let's have a listen to this beautiful departure. 3767. great sound there, echoing around the airfield.
Do you want to know something even funnier?
Go on.
Do you know when they were discussing plans for Play?
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be called Play. It was supposed to be called WAB Air.
WAB.
WAB. W-A-B Air.
God, that's awful. WAB.
Guess what it stood for? We are back air.
Oh.
Awful.
WAB.
WAB. We are back. And then they thought, like, I think it was the fact that, like, the livery just stuck out for me, because my old favourite used to be Thomas Cook.
Yeah.
And then Play just took over for me. I don't know why.
WAB. Paul Davies hit the button, Flemo. The £4.49 super chat. Being paid, he says.
Just got paid.
We got a Logan Air Embraer 145 arriving here.
It's always good to see Paul D.
Yeah.
Always good.
Or Noel.
Oh no, yeah. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but that was the funniest thing in the world. You know Phillips, and Paul's face dropped to the floor.
We love Paul on the channel here.
So this Logan there, that's just taxing out. I was on that aircraft yesterday, and I'd never been on one of these aircraft before.
Wait, this? Oh right, okay.
So I went on to help. Someone had lost something, so I went on to try and find it. And this, I have a guess what the seat configuration is.
Is it 2-2?
Nope.
What is it? Is it 1-1?
So it's 2 on the right and 1 on the left.
Ah, okay. I'd love to be the one on the 1. Ooh, that's loud, isn't it? Jet 2737.
Shuffling Airlines.
I love that name. The lighting getting really beautiful this evening at Manchester. The lighting conditions have been 10 out of 10 today.
They don't even sell chocolate on board, I don't think. They were giving us like these biscuits in like a
tin.
A red and like yellow wrapper.
Right.
But I don't know what the biscuit's called. Is he gonna stop in time? Come on, son.
It's a Wookiee. Everyone.
A Wookiee. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't even notice that coming in. It was completely congested over there, the view.
This Wookiee is in memory of Martin Langdon.
Martin's going to be fuming.
So is Martin. I thought to interrupt this time.
Right, let's have a listen, shall we, ladies and gents? We'll be quiet. Listen to this Wookiee. Might get a howl if we're lucky. That rhymed. As Martin said, it definitely skipped leg day. Huge Pratt & Whitney 1100G engines on the Embraer E2.
Well, this aircraft type, after the Farnborough Airshow, successfully completed an arrival into London City Airport, and then it passed all the certification tests for it to land there.
Nice. Huge win for Embraer.
Yeah.
Great looking jet. Very long, isn't it?
Imagine a BA livery on that.
Oh yeah, I can imagine so many good liveries on that. But yeah, it's another aircraft that is new and I'm hyped to see. You know, I'm not disappointed.
Can't believe WAB Air, you know. I've never felt so disrespected in my whole life.
Here we go. Another 2E76. Lighting is so beautiful this evening. So happy we did the FRI show this week. Wow, look how fast that rotated.
So that 767-300 ER is operating to Tenerife under the call sign of BY2588.
and that's a 24-year-old 76, previously operated by the Netherlands version of TUI.
Didn't you say you flew on a TUI 76 once? Was that you?
I've flown on a Monarch 76.
Ah, okay.
That was nice. But it weren't that nice because we got delayed 6 hours because the aircraft had an issue here. And then when we landed back in Manchester, we were on a remote stand.
We heard the Wookiee in the background there, howling away in the apron. That is, you can just see her actually. She's still available. She's still visible. She had to stop to give way to another aircraft. We got the A380 due in about 20 minutes time, everybody. So we'll probably wrap the show up on the arrival in this stunning lighting of the King of the Skies here at Manchester. Hope you enjoyed this show today. Huge thanks to anyone who has supported the stream today, and thank you to everyone who watched and hit the like button and things. We're back. We back.
On approach now is a Eurowings A320.
Ooh, nice.
That's arriving from Dusseldorf. And that's a 15-year-old aircraft.
See an aircraft behind it as well there, see that? What is that?
So that'll be a Jet2 737-800 arriving from Nice. This is the only 737 in the Jet2 fleet that doesn't have the normal wingtips. It's got the clip ones.
That'd be cool to see. Turning onto the ILS now anyway, but we'll stick with the Eurowings for now. Don't see them too often. Eurowings actually, didn't they lease aircraft from Air Baltic for a while? I'm sure they did. Obviously with the situation in Ukraine at the moment, Air Baltic have a lot of their routes not operational at the moment.
So the A380 is 24 minutes away, guys.
Oh, perfect.
The Sky is 24 minutes away. Emirates' newest livery, what we call the Penguin livery, that's still on one aircraft at the moment.
Just one, is it?
Yeah, so there are plans to do more, but there are two, they'd be part of the Magic livery. There are two of them in the hangar getting sprayed, so possibly we might get two of them in that livery, but we wouldn't know until closest to the time.
Great lighting here, it just looks so nice, everything looks beautiful.
Eurowings Discover's got a really good livery.
Oh yeah.
I saw that when it was in Lanzarote. It's so nice with the mask and stuff. Looks really smart. And also got the Lufthansa A319 heading out. I think this is going back to Munich. Would make sense. Yeah, so that's the LH2503 service to Munich. Just a couple of weeks ago, Eurowings took delivery of their very first Airbus A320neo with the mask. Yeah, it looks really smart. Supposed to operate into Manchester, but there must have been a flight radar glitch because it went somewhere else. And Robert with a $5 super chat saying, great show, really enjoyed watching. Cheers, Robert. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Is it me or does the moon look really big today? Like that's why I zoomed in on it before. Moon? I can't see no moon. That's no moon. Can you see it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll zoom in again on it. I zoomed in before on it. Got another special guest in the commentary booth. Ah, who'll be joining us today? It's not Fezzer. It's Mod Matt is here. We'll catch up with him. Yeah, we'll get Matt on in a minute. Jet2 Holidays livery 737 with no winglets. Touching down on this beautiful evening here at Manchester Airport. This looks great. I'm really enjoying this right now. Thoroughly enjoying it. Me and Martin have been in the office today as well, doing editing, work on a charity live stream, setting up the audio setup for today, things like that. You got a headset, Matt? Let's get some bing bongs in the chat, guys. Welcome the legend that is Matt Smith.
Yes, Matt Smith has joined us up in the control tower for the last sort of 20 minutes of the live show.
Good afternoon, evening, everyone.
Hello, Matt. You've been in the chat today, haven't you, Matt?
Well, I've been knocking about on the mound there and, keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
Getting some lovely shots in this light.
Banning those strange bots.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go, the Jet2 737. Looking really nice.
I'm pretty sure this one for a while just flew round with like the blue and the white. It had no stickers on or nothing.
Yeah, I think I remember that actually, yeah. It might have had the tail on it as well.
I don't even think it even had a tail to it.
Did you not?
No, it was just like blue.
It had like no pattern, did it? No details, no lettering or anything like that.
What do you think of the audio through the headset, Matt? 10 out of 10.
Brilliant.
Sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah, so we just purchased a new mixing desk for today's live show and onwards. It's a Rode Podcaster, it's called, so it's designed for podcasts. But it works fine for what we're doing. It's got a lot of effects on it, a lot of different channels, great monitoring.
Looks a lot bigger than on the pictures I was sent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it only looked like a small piece of kit, but
Looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Like a DJ booth.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And Flemo can show you one of the things it does, as Philip Adam has donated a €5 super chat.
Come on. Come on.
And he says, hello, I'm under the water, please help me, it's raining too much. There we go, Ryanair touching down, Greece in it.
Little message to you, Matt, there. Fezza said, hope you're well and the grandchild is doing well.
Oh, cheers, Feather. Yeah, fantastic. Putting on the grams, growing nicely. Really good.
Yeah, Matt's getting older now.
Get in.
Becoming a granddad. Was it last week, week before? I think it was.
Yeah, fortnight ago. He's like 13, 14 days old now.
It's like the day before the task fair.
Yeah, it was correct.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think we were laughing because you sent a FaceTime video, like a screenshot, and you were still wearing your Airliners Live merch in it.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the first things that baby seen was a 757 shirt.
Absolutely.
Look at the lighting on this though right now. Matt, you've got your camera, haven't you?
Yeah. I can't emphasise enough how good the light is. I mean, it's been, obviously, it's like pre-COVID since I've been at the RDP at this time of the day, and it's just absolutely out of this world. Beautiful.
I got some really good shots when it was like this on top of T3 car park a couple of weeks ago.
I can imagine it.
When the Atlas come in.
I was going to say, Flemo, I think you got the best photo of that Atlas 7.4. That was unbelievable, that photo you took.
I know we're biased, but that was some shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's after donated to the charity
That's good.
lives.
Yeah. Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
Right, Matt, we need your input on this. So me and Andy had our input before.
Okay.
So, what do you reckon? Do you think the Sun Express, the Sun Express livery,
Yep,
is better than the Play Airlines livery, or is the Play Airlines livery better than the Sun Class?
It's a tough question, now, isn't it?
Now, out of the two,
like you're only sitting close to me here, so what do you say?
I know, yeah. Out of the two, I'd have to go for the. I'm going to move away a minute. I'm going to have to go for the Sun Express just because it's got more detail, more pattern and stuff on it.
Do you reckon?
I do think so, yeah. I think the players. I like the red and stuff like that, but there's not much going on, if I'm brutally honest.
Can you hear Flemo's heart breaking right now? Tears.
Guys, have a brilliant
Hello,
evening.
darkness, my old friend.
Says no citation.
Me and Melissa out of here, yo, peace.
Pink, yep, as Andy says, Pink Citation XLS. Dropping in from Madrid.
Seen a bit of Pink when I was down in Zansai last week.
Pretty prominent now.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times. A bit random, but.
Andy, did you call me Fez?
Oh, that was ages ago, yeah, by accident. Yeah.
Because Fez has just said, Owen, Andy calling you Fez is like India calling Dami Deji off Love Island.
I wish I understood that reference.
So, like, on Love Island, like,
Do we have to talk about this?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah. So they called like another couple like another name. There was like real drama.
Oh, the lighting on that though was 10 out of 10. What a birds here today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere. And then we were discussing what play was called before it was called play. It was called WAB. It's still thought we are back then.
Ah, right, okay.
Because it was WoW Air, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course.
And now they went busting it.
It sounds like an awkward blend between wow and fab. Just WAB.
It does, yeah.
Just like a fab ice lolly or lolly ice on the tail.
Lolly ice, that's the correct term.
Lolly ice, isn't it? But I think lolly ice is like a Scouse thing, though.
It is, yeah. I say it, and I'm not. I mean, I was born in Liverpool, but I'm you know.
And if Andy just pans to his left, you'll see the Jet2 Holidays livery 75 popping out there.
Nice. Another 75. We're seeing so many of them today.
Yeah.
Martin Jinx, did you know who he is?
Alpha Charlie's on the taxi out there, and he's on his way to Tenerife South.
Also pushing back, operating the BY2542 flight is a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner.
Oh, nice.
Which is 2ED, 9 years old.
No destination on that, is it?
No destination at the moment, no.
There goes the EasyJet A320 departing.
And it does seem like they're a bit of a more drastic crosswind earlier in like maybe an hour or so ago, but it's
calmed down.
Has calmed down a little. As Andy mentioned, one or two go-arounds and pilots having to earn the dough a little bit on the last 100 feet.
I'm hyped next week, though, ladies and gents. I'll be making a trip down to Harden Airport again, because the Belugas will be returning next week over at Harden. They've been on a 2-week factory close down over at Airbus Broughton. That's something they do annually over there.
I noticed they didn't see the Beluga.
Yeah, so they'll be returning next week. So I'm going to go down and hopefully we get a little bit of a rush of Belugas since they've been absent for 2 weeks.
The Red Arrows will be operating from there in 2 weeks.
Will they? Yeah.
I don't think there'll be 10 jets, to be honest.
I think we're just going to get the 7 thing.
Because the display's the same as always, isn't it?
Another Ryanair 737 800 touching down.
A message from Airliners Live. Wonder who that could be. Martin said, "Hey all, back home now. Hope the show is going well. Looking good. Thanks very much, Martin." I say there's not many clouds left. Like, it was really cloudy early. Like on my way to the RVP, it just started raining for no reason whatsoever.
Oh yeah, it rained when I was driving in as well.
All right.
And there you go, Flemo.
What?
On the video there.
Oh my god! Yeah, there's the moon.
There's the moon. It is a very nice day here at the RVP. A good example of why you should make use of this extended opening hours during the summer months.
Especially at this time.
Yeah, so you finish some work, you want to get outside for a few hours, come on down and enjoy some beautiful lighting, some different movements. Obviously lots of 75s we've seen today, as well as the arrival of the Emirates A380 in about 10 minutes away now. We had another super chat. Hit the button, Flemo. £5, and the message just says message deleted by Loopy.
What?
So there you go. Thank you, Philip, for the super chat there. Over 1.7k watching on YouTube this evening. Hope you're all enjoying this wonderful show from the RVP here at Manchester Airport.
The lighting is 10 out of 10 today, though.
Nice, isn't it?
Like that. So that shot I got of the Atlas when I come in, I'd hide the lens just for the Airshow, because I I wanted like a buy before you try kind, like try before you buy, just to see what it was like, and that lens is something that's like surprised me so much.
Giving it the beans there, the 737. Sounded mega. And the 75 departing now. Then Rolls-Royce Saab 211 engines, giving it the beans on that long runway. Shouldn't be too long until it rotates. You can see the nose already creeping up there.
Round about now.
And there you go.
That new airline, Northern Pacific Airways.
Oh yeah.
They're operating from Alaska. From next year onwards, and they've got ex-American Airlines 757s. Their livery is really cool, to be fair.
Excellent.
And then Philip Adam with another €5 super chat. Message deleted by Fezza. So I don't know what these messages are, but thank you for the super chat, dude. Appreciate it.
My chat must be behind on this computer, because I've only just seen the super chat that says message deleted by Luke.
All right, okay. Scandinavian CRJ on the taxi out there. Into the last sort of 10 minutes of today's live show, we're going to end it with the arrival of the King of the Skies on this gorgeous evening here in Manchester. The Emirates is just going over the moors now, so I'm going to try and track it from as far out as possible. How far can we go? That's the question. We've got Matt Smith up in the tower, so I reckon you'll see it from miles away. A few clouds around though, so obviously not perfect.
Only 5 minutes away now.
One last topic though I want to get over, because we spoke earlier about Airliners Live Bingo, and I can try and set that up for maybe the Super Sunday show if I've got time, but probably next week. What terms can we put in an Airliners Live Bingo? So I mentioned earlier,
full house, mate.
So I mentioned earlier, one thing I'd love to do on the channel is Airliners Live Bingo or Flemo Bingo, I don't know. And
the lads are the expert bingo.
What that entails is you'll basically, each person in the chat can play along by hitting a link, like a button in the chat. If you've got like a smartphone or a tablet handy, you can play along if you're watching on TV. And what happens is you'll be given a series of random terms on your bingo card, and whenever each term happens on the stream, you can tick one off. So let's say one of the terms is Flemo talking about the red arrows.
Oh, I like that had ever happened.
Yeah. Or pork pies I mentioned, or RVP chips, or I don't know what.
Well, somebody on Twitch said fish finger.
What about Loopy saying flexi lady? That's another classic.
Tap Embraer on the taxi, and he's going to be followed out by the Dreamliner that Owen mentioned before. And we've got a destination now, and the Dreamliner is off to Rhodes.
Oh, Fez are going. Oh, what does Fez say all the time?
He bans people all the time.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lost the feed for 30 seconds. Okay. Oh, I think we're back. RVP chips, that's a good one. Yes, what terms do you think should be in the bingo? What things do you hear on Airliners Live that could be funny?
Love Island. I think we mentioned Love Island again. Might not ban me.
I'll ban you if you mention that again.
Steak.
Oh,
yes.
Steak bakes.
That's the bake part, it's just steak.
Well, me and Martin admitting we've been to Greg's that day. Wow, look at the steep climb on that thing.
Yeah, that climb.
I'm not being funny though, like, so that in Liverpool we've got Greg's and Pound Bakery. But Palm Bakery, it's just a pasty with air in.
There's a Power Bakery in Liverpool Airport. You mean the city?
No, like in the city.
Oh yeah, I've been
So
to
it's
that
like a little blob of filling and just air. So when I go to Palm Bakery, I go, can I have a chicken bake with air, please?
Extra air.
And they look at me.
Put 2 bars of air in there.
You buy a pack of Walkers and it's just all air.
I bought, no joke, I bought a packet of cheese and onion discos one time from M&S at work, and I opened the packet,
three crisp,
and there was 4 crisp in the packet, and the rest was just air.
NetJet's Bombardier Challenger 350 on the touchdown as Andy films this jet 2 on its way out.
Beautiful lighting. That livery looks so good in the evening light.
The funniest thing ever is my mate got the Lunchables that you can get with the thingy. So apparently he had one less cracker. So he emailed Lunchables and they sent 2 big boxes of Lunchables to his house.
Wow, that's a life hack right there.
That is.
Could he not have just eaten the one and then just said there was one missing?
I know, I don't know how that happened.
You can do that at KFC as well. If you make any complaints at KFC, they'll always give you a voucher. So even if it's just like the most minor complaints, like the chips were too salty, they'll just give you like a £10 voucher.
Papa John's say that, literally like, they'll go, if you don't like the pizza, we'll give you one free. I got a pizza one time and didn't like it, so I took it back and they said it was tough, I had to buy another one.
They took one look at you and went, nah.
No, it's scousing. Probably robbed the pizza.
Yeah, definitely. That's what they're definitely thinking.
Papa John's is 10 out of 10.
So, ladies and gents, we have the King of the Skies. He's now at 2,500 feet. Should be getting visual very soon. If not already.
The lighting is beautiful. So he's on the ILS, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Yeah, I can see him now.
I'll tell you what showed commitment, me, Andy and Fezza getting absolutely soaked just to go and get a Burger King in Lanzarote.
Should be getting a visual there now, Andy.
There you go. The gear just coming down as well. All rise for the King of the Skies.
All rise. Well, nice to be 80 years old.
Right, I'm going to record this, ladies and gents, so in a moment we'll be quiet and allow you to enjoy the arrival of this beautiful aircraft. Touching down here on 23 right at Manchester, the biggest passenger aircraft in the world. Emirates Flight 19 in from Dubai. Spam them king emotes in the chat. Let's do it. Better than the 7.4. I mean, that's another debate for another day.
This chat doesn't like spam, It wants us to sit here and review some king emotes.
The mods must hate when this plane comes in.
Amazes me the size of this thing, it really does.
Yeah. Hope you've all enjoyed this FRI Yay bonus show. We're live again in 2 days' time for the Super Sunday show, 10 a.m. here at Manchester Airport. Rain or sun, we'll be here.
Someone on Twitch said, I'm going to read this out. They said, so you go to Pound Bakery to buy something to eat on the way to Greg's.
Hey, Suggy, there's a name I've not seen for a little while in the chat. Hello to you, dude.
What I don't understand is why the review, these King emotes are hell for review, but when all these mad bots come in, they just let it post it.
That's weird, isn't it? There he is, the king of the skies, making his presence known here on 2-3 right in Manchester. With a bit of a bump.
Sure was.
A float and a bump.
Just a bit of background information on this aircraft. So the registration is A6 EVB. So this is the aircraft that was liveried EK19, which had all the people on the side from all different cultures. But the aircraft, this particular aircraft, was ordered by an airline called Skymark Airlines, but the delivery was never taken up. So Airbus had sent the order over to Emirates, where it got delivered in November 2018, and it's been with Emirates ever since.
That's awesome. The lighting was beautiful on the arrival there of the King of the Skies. Probably the best view you're going to get. Now it's going to taxi all the way back around, nice and close in this gorgeous...
So gutted I never flew on the BA1 to Madrid.
Absolutely agree, Terry. The lighting is just...
It's nuts, isn't it?
God, just amazing.
Yeah, for a short amount of time, I think it was November last year, British Airways were operating their A380s to Frankfurt and Madrid. So yeah, that was a good entry to be able to fly on an A380. I guess now the only option you'd have now is the transatlantic with BA, or you could fly Emirates to Dubai, I guess.
Now I understand why Martin loves getting photos here.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Because this lighting is 10 out of 10.
It's gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Yep, it's only a summer exclusive when they're open till 7 p.m. I think it ends at the end of August, or at least
7.
Yes, sorry, 8. Sorry,
8.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah,
I
8
thought
p.m.
it was 7 to be fair.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. Sorry. Otherwise, we would have been kicked out. Fair bit ago.
I highly doubt they would have kicked us out. I think they would just shut the gate behind us.
Yeah, it's like, deal with it yourself. See you in the morning.
Evening with their planners live.
Right, here we go. The Emirates A380 taxiing past. Look at this lighting. Gorgeous.
That aircraft is something else.
Huge tail on the A380 there, towering over us.
Yeah, so a few guys in the Twitch chat are asking why the A380 has only had 2 engines with reverse thrust. The way the aircraft is built is that Airbus said the aircraft doesn't need any reverse thrust whatsoever, so it is capable of stopping with the systems and the brakes and stuff. But airlines requested for the aircraft to have reverse thrust capabilities. So like where the 747 had all 4 engines, the A380 doesn't need it. It only needs 2. Just like the back set of wheels on the 380 so they don't have brakes, so that just helps the aircraft turn with it being so long.
Yep, a couple of super chats came in during all of that. Do you want to hit the button, Flo? Carl Corfu with a £5 super chat to an A380 train. Don't forget to click the like button, ladies and gents. Indeed, Carl. Make sure you hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. It helps us out a lot. Also, Tracy Sellers with a £3.80 super chat saying, great show, guys. Happy weekend, everyone. And then Phil Sellers with a £3.80 super chat saying, all rise for the King of the Skies.
That should be a song that, you know, all rise for the King of the Skies.
Well, there you go.
Don't give up your job at the airport.
Appreciate all the support today, ladies and gents. Thank you to Flemo for joining us today, and also Mod Matt as well, joining us up in here in the tower, and Flemo for jumping on the camera.
Absolutely, 10 out of 10, Flemos.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you very much.
There's the King of the Skies arriving on stand 12 over at Terminal 1, ready to offload the many passengers, sort of 500 odd passengers they'll have on board.
Don't forget, ladies and gents, we're back to our normal schedule now as of after today. Back on Sunday, bright and early Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. Back with Fezzer on Monday.
Wonder where we're off on Monday.
That's interesting.
Monday. I have to think about that. We've got such a busy week coming up, though, ladies and gents. One of the big things we're doing this week, not only on Tuesday, we are filming with the guys over at Heritage Concord. And then Thursday, we have the 747 deck being transported up to Barton Aerodrome, which is where we're based. That is happening on Thursday, so just 6 days away. And we'll be there to film that arrival as well. Maybe stream it as well, but we're mostly looking to film it. So stay tuned for that, and maybe a little hookup with Noel Phillips again.
Interesting.
And to top it off, we may even have a bit of I guess access. I'll just say, I'll leave it there. But
is it next Thursday?
Yeah. So
I'm off next Thursday. I think I might.
Oh, come on down. Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan. That.
Yeah. So they're transporting the upper deck of a British Airways 747 from Kemble all the way up to Barton Aerodrome, where it's going to live and be an attraction there. So we're catching the arrival of that. Also next week I want to make a visit to Harden as well, get some video content from there. But also, like I said, we've got the usual live streams. Super Sunday coming up, then Flight Night with Fezzer on Monday 7 p.m. Wednesday we got the midweek show at 4 p.m. and then Thursday we've got our Vancouver show with Henry Temby. What's next to arrive? Let's have a look.
This is the Orini.
Okay, we'll end it on this. It's a nice...
One of these arrived in Liverpool earlier, and I have no idea why.
Really?
It's
unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, because we have like a May flight, which has got like all the arrivals and departures and stuff, and it wasn't on there whatsoever.
Oh, right, okay. Lovely colours on the Orini.
That looks gorgeous in this lighting. The blurry plops in full swing. All right.
Oh, it's Blackburn Rovers.
Okay. That makes sense. We shall end it there, ladies and gents. Thank you for tuning in today, everyone, on this bonus FRI Yay show. Like I said, we're back on Sunday for the Super Sunday show. Huge shout out to Flemo and Matt Smith for joining. Flemo, do you want to shout out your actual Instagram?
Yeah, so you can head over and follow me at aero_aviation1.
And what about you, Matt?
Oh, mine's 0161 AV Geek, all lowercase.
Go give them a follow on Instagram. You can see their photos getting posted there. Maybe not Flemo's from today because lack of a camera, but definitely Matt's.
Again, just say a huge thanks for your support today, ladies and gents, whether it's been in the form of a super chat or you've gifted a membership to any of the other watchers today. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
And
right.
don't forget to follow Airliners Live on Instagram.
Oh yes, don't forget that one.
Like photographs by Mark.
Yes. Head on over. Give us a follow. Make sure you subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the bell icon to get notifications as to when we go live. Other than that, we're signing off, and I'll see you all soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. See you later.
See ya.